All right, quiet down. Quiet down, I said.
We're playing grab ass, sir.
Hey, stop it.
Okay.
Put that down.
Did you put the thumbtack? Did you put the thumbtack on his chair?
I'm just going to take a seat. Ow! Fuck! Which one of you did that?
I don't know.
I don't know. And I saw the guy who did it. He left already. He went outside.
Okay, roll call. Everybody here today, I gotta make sure. I got a show of hands. Everybody, I'm going to call out your name. I know I'm the substitute teacher, so I don't know who anybody here is.
Boo.
Shut up! Shut up! I didn't fight Nam to get booed by a bunch of snot-nosed kids.
Woo!
He fought Nom. Throw garbage at him.
I like to learn,
Over there, he
sir.
used to be in charge of $1 million equipment. This is how I'm treated.
Cafeteria pizzas getting thrown at you. What a fate.
Okay, roll call. Paul Holmgren.
I'm here, so what?
All right.
What do you want, Buster?
Shut up, Paul. Moving on. Paul. Wait.
Yeah, that's
Harvey. Harvey Bennett.
Yeah, I'm Harvey Bennett. What you think? Why you want to know about it?
Take it easy, Harv.
Harvey, this is a 5th grade English class. Why do you sound like that? Why do you sound like Natasha Lyonne?
I'm like one of the little rascals. I like to smoke cigars, and even though I'm only 11 years old.
How dare you talk to Harvey Alfalfa Bennett that way?
I'm the leader of the little rascals.
Hey, I didn't know. I'm a substitute. I thought it was cute. I think it's cute.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Wise up, huh?
Okay.
I don't trust him.
Now I've got a New York accent. Amanda Borden.
Hi.
Betty Jean Maycock.
Oh, I do declare that I'm present, sir.
Oh, we've got a fancy Southern lass in our class.
The vapors, so don't call on me to go to the board, sir, because I am sweating.
Dorothy McCool.
Hey, I'm Dorothy McCool. Present. Where'd you get your teaching credentials? I don't trust this guy.
Dorothy, an unusual name for a boy, but okay. Pardon me, I hope I'm not getting anybody's pronunciations wrong.
McCool, we had to change our last name when we came to Ellis Island. Originally we came here as the Dice Clays. They didn't know how to spell that.
Oh, that makes sense. Is Andrew your uncle?
Who? I never heard of him.
All right.
That is a cool name, McCool. I think you're one of the coolest kids in school.
How about Bill Innes? Is there a Bill Innes?
It's me, Bill Innes, and I'm from Ireland. Is that an Irish name? I'm Irish-American.
We're a multicultural bunch.
Yeah. I'm not right from the Great Emerald Isle. I was second generation, so my accent's a little weird.
Okay, that's enough out of you, Bill Innes. I just wanted to know if you're here or not. I don't need your fucking life story.
I was born under the Blarney Stone on a cold night. The stars wasn't bright.
Is there a Bob Marlowe here? Bob Marlowe. Bobby?
I'm Bob Marlowe, and I like science.
No, I'm Bob Marlowe. This man is an imposter.
Now, I know I'm drunk still. A little bit from last night, but why am I seeing 2 Bob Marlowes here? Which one's the real Bob?
I'm Fred Marlowe. We're twins.
We got him.
I lied.
Is there a Kathy Collins here?
Yes, I'm here. I hope you're nicer than the last substitute teacher. He tried to take away my knitting needles.
Are you related to Deborah Collins? She was also a prospector from the 1860s.
No relation, and I'm certainly not an undercover reporter.
Okay, very good. No more questions asked. This is the worst idea we've ever had.
Welcome, everybody, to High and Low, a podcast about talking picture shows.
We do films that are corny, some that are horny, some that win Academy Award.
Doing all kind of movies from all kinds of genres, serving hot cakes like plates of lasagna.
Before we get going, a warning to you, you might hear some talk that's a little blue.
We sometimes cuss and we sometimes curse. We like to do it off the cuff and don't rehearse.
Now, if this sounds like your kind of show,
Tune in.
Drop out,
this is High and Low.
Oh, welcome back to the High and Low Movie Show. This is a podcast where we talk about movies. This week, we're wrapping up our pair of movies on
How do you reach these kids?
How do
Yeah.
you reach these kids?
We all got our theories. How would you guys do it? Would you do, were you like catching more flies with honey, or are you more of a disciplined daddy?
Good question, Mitchell McIsaac.
Yeah.
I'm Vonn Gonziola.
I'm Luke, and I'm reaching kids so often that they've told me I'm not allowed anywhere
Yeah.
near schools anymore.
I'm
too
Vonn, and
much.
I'm a honey trap. To answer your question, I'm a honey trap.
You catch them with honey. I'm vinegar. I catch them with vinegar, and I don't catch very many. I should switch to honey.
But the ones you catch, they're keepers. They're keepers. Last week, we talked about 1989's Lean on Me. Today, we're going to switch gears and talk about 1996's The Substitute, starring Tom Beringer, directed by Robert Mandel and written by Roy Frumkes, Rocco Simonelli, and Alan Ormsby.
Those are all three really fun names to say.
Yeah, Ormsby.
Rocco Simonelli,
They're very whimsical.
Roy Frumkes.
Kind of takes you all over the place.
They sound
Ormsby.
like they should be in like a series of unfortunate events or something.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
I'm Nicholas Ormsby.
Some off-brand J.K. Rowling character name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not quite as racially charged as her character names.
Kingsley
Yeah,
Shackelford.
there's no Kingsley Shacklebolt here.
Never mind. I can't even make a parody of J.K. Rowling's characters without sounding racist.
There's a Christopher Columbus has been railing against the new Harry Potter show lately, up against some of the the acting choices and the costume choices.
I know a lot of people who
cares?
rail against Christopher Columbus.
Yeah.
And they don't even think they should celebrate that day.
Home Alone. Yeah.
Can you believe the guy who discovered America is the guy who directed Home Alone?
It never ceases to amaze me. I think about that every day in the shower.
I believe it. Nothing surprises me anymore.
All right, so The Substitute. Have you two seen this movie before?
I think I have a long time ago, but barely have a memory of it. But it's a movie where clips of it will pop up occasionally for me on Facebook and stuff, where I'm like, oh yeah, just these like kind of random Facebook channels that I think are designed to please boomers with just like. It's a lot of Clint Eastwood clips a lot of the time, or sometimes they'll show like a clip from The Substitute where Tom Beringer beats up a bunch of young Hispanic men in a class or whatever.
Wow. Oh, I didn't know this. Well, okay. That's an interesting context for this movie that I do not have because,
Yeah.
you know, I'm not on Nazi
I
Facebook like you are.
I go on there once every 3 months, and all I see is The Substitute and Clint Eastwood video pics. And I see no posts from anyone I know on there anymore. All I see when I go on there is like weird.
It's just the algorithm you've created for yourself.
It must be. Yeah.
Yeah, you're just staring into the abyss of your own
Finally,
soul.
I've created my perfect paradise.
Every month you go into the dungeon, you sit down at the computer terminal. First, you need to knock off all the MAGA hats off the keyboard so you can actually use the computer.
I wish I got some Milo Yiannopoulos and whoever the other mega guys are in there.
I've never
Is he
seen
even
this.
mega?
He's a something guy. He was.
That Milo guy, he's fallen out of favor, but I've been enjoying some of his stuff about vaginas and how horrific they are lately.
He's not a fan, eh?
It's like, this is a truly gay man.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah.
He's a penis man.
And Alex,
Coxman.
yeah, he was just like saying some real woman hating shit. And even Alex Jones was coming after him. He's like, hey, a woman birthed you out of her vagina. Maybe you should have some respect against women.
You think
Against
if you think vaginas are so disgusting, well, how'd you get born out of one? You beautiful man.
What a world we live
sounds
in.
about right.
I shouldn't know who either of those people are.
No. I've never seen clips of this movie in that context, but it's been floating around Netflix for like as long as Netflix has been around almost. I feel like this has been on that platform, that streaming service for forever. I've seen it before, and yeah, I think this movie's pretty fun as hell.
It's not on my radar. This is a total Vonn pick right here. Like,
I think like a
it feels very much in the vein of Vaughn's last pick, Above the Law, I think.
but like
I don't know what you're on about.
I don't know if this was like a video store classic exactly, but I think I remember like my dad renting this when I was young or something.
This is what these kids need. Son.
Yeah, he wanted to discipline me, so He rented Lean on Me and he rented The Substitute and he gave me trauma.
Okay, Jonathan Shale, played by Tom Beringer in this.
Or is that James
I like
Smith?
that.
Objectively, a better teacher, a better man, a better educator, and someone I would trust around my kids more than Morgan Freeman's
Better all
character in Lean on Me.
100%.
Right off the top here.
100%. This
That
is a
real man, Crazy Joe. Fuck him.
This is a protagonist you can get behind.
I'll
because
take this murderous psychopath over him any day.
Ernie Hudson's more like Crazy Joe Clark. He has a paddle in this, and he's got a motto.
he
where
sure
he's
does.
like, perception is power.
Or power perceived is power received.
That's right.
That's some kinky shit.
Threatens
Hell yeah.
people with his paddle.
I have the students make me this paddle every year.
Yeah.
Then I break it. Usually I don't punch it. Usually I break it across my own ass in front of the whole school.
See how
It's
far you
symbolic.
can stick it up my ass.
Yeah.
So I have a confession about Tom Beringer.
Get it off your chest.
This
You're
is a
carrying his child?
a safe open space.
I
Don't
knew
worry,
there
I
was
have his
something.
child in a safe open space. He doesn't like confined.
You'll never find him.
No, so I've seen him in stuff. I'm mostly familiar with him in Platoon. I've seen that the most, and this.
Ditto.
And it wasn't until I was watching this the other day that I realized that he doesn't actually have a scar on his face. It's just because he has a scar on his face in both of those movies.
Yeah.
My hair was blown back.
Same.
My mind was blown.
I thought he had a scar on his face too, and I was like, how did he get that scar? And then I felt stupid because he just had different scars in Platoon.
yeah.
To be honest, I thought he was a Scarface too. I thought he was like whatever Tommy Mulligan from Gladiator or whatever that
Tommy
Irish
Flanagan.
guy. Yeah, Flanagan. Tommy Innes. He's from Ireland. He's yeah,
Tommy Innes.
because he's got the scar on his face in this, and then he's also got like more obvious scars that look like makeup on his arms and stuff. And then I was like, oh, nice, that's cool. They beefed up his real face scar with some like arm burns and stuff.
Well, and that's what I thought they did with Platoon too, because I knew the Platoon scar was like, it's a big one. And I'm like, oh yeah, they just kind of like worked with what was already there, but I was so surprised.
That's surprising, yeah. No, I'm looking at his face, and it is unmarred.
Unmarred.
He's symmetrical in the face.
All right. The Substitute. It opens. Green, like kind of military computer font, so you know it's serious.
Wait. So you guys wanted to know how Tom Beringer got those scars.
How to get those scars.
Just one more thing off the top that I thought it was interesting while I was researching this and Lean on Me is there's no evidence that Tom Beringer is a conservative or a Republican.
Oh,
He's
that's
never
nice.
said anything, and there seems to be no nasty allegations. You took a look at this guy, and it's like, he's probably a fucking
Yeah.
Republican and a creep and
Yeah.
probably like has...
He plays the bad guy. He looks a little bit like a square here with his button-up shirt.
I couldn't dig up any dirt on him.
No, from what I could tell, he is not a total piece of shit, which is what a relief.
Surprising.
Yeah.
What a relief to have a movie where it's not a total piece of shit.
Yeah.
Leading it.
Totally.
Feels like it's been a while.
This guy sure plays one on TV.
Actually, Jack Lemmon's fine.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know.
Oh,
We don't know. We don't know.
I don't want to know.
I just assume everyone's a total piece of shit, and I'm never disappointed.
I checked on IMDb and stuff, and there's like a list of Republican celebrities, and
No one. He hasn't
Tom
molested
Beringer
anyone?
was on it right along there with Morgan Freeman. And I'm like, what's your sources on this? There's
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman, there's a lot of evidence. Tom Beringer, none.
Yeah.
I feel like he's just in some conservative coded movies like this one. That's like, oh, well, surely he's on our side.
Yeah,
Check,
he's a
he loves
working
Trump.
actor.
He's wearing a red hat, I'm sure.
So what's that list for? So people can find out which are the good movies, which ones they want,
Pretty much.
which actors they can go and
That's what I
support.
could tell.
He brings a machine gun to his school in this, so you know he's a Second Amendment guy.
Yeah, he loves
I'm on board
surveillance.
for
It's
that.
mostly
Yeah.
just like Charles Bronson and people that served in the military and yeah.
Yeah, like Jimmy Stewart. People who
Yeah, he was on there.
bombed, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think he'd be a Trump supporter. Sorry. He saw action.
Back in his day, a conservative meant you voted for Dwight Eisenhower.
Yeah.
Different times.
I don't think he even liked Ike.
Oh, everybody
I
liked
don't
Ike.
like Ike.
I don't like Ike.
Oh,
Wow.
His
He's an old maid.
just because it rhymes doesn't mean I agree with it.
His ropes don't shoot.
Anyway,
Ike's got weak ropes.
I've seen his ropes. Can't hardly shoot a rope.
He's not an airman. He's not a seaman.
It's mostly air.
Comes, sprays out like dust.
He was an old elderly man. We should all be so lucky.
So anyway, long way around to say,
Yeah,
I think Tom Beringer gets a pass.
Sure.
Yeah.
From Luke. I've got no issue with this man.
Oh,
He hasn't-
finally, Luke gives somebody a pass.
yeah. There's so few of these celebrities.
He's kind
who
of
deserve
like
best.
Mickey Rourke, in my opinion, where he's not quite as handsome, not as charismatic as Mickey Rourke, not as good of an actor, but also not a crazy fucking asshole.
Read my mind.
Like when
Mickey Rourke, not a Trump guy, very much wants to murder Trump.
Yes.
Yeah.
But an upsetting person all around, nonetheless.
He's not one of those. I don't know if he's a Democrat or whatever, but like he's not like a George Clooney who you can bring out in front of the camera to like get people to get out the vote.
No, Donald Trump is somebody that George Clooney throws change to on his way into the Democratic convention.
I have to think.
Mickey
Did I say
Rourke.
Mickey Rourke? Oh, fuck, I blew it up.
George walked by. He threw the change. I picked it up.
God
Not gonna
damn
waste
it, I wrecked the
change.
joke.
Yeah, there's. He's a working actor guy, Tom Beringer. I don't know. I can't actually even think of many movies he's been in, but he reminds me of
Major League.
That's
Major
the other
League.
one. That,
Oh yeah. He's like
That's the only ones I really know him from.
You would have to think you have to be kind of a cool guy to be like a working actor.
To work with-
who's, you know, you're a different type of folk, you know? He's in the arts. He's acting for a living. He has to kind of he's not a carpenter or something. He's not out there
Well, some of
building
these
stuff.
guys like act like they are,
Yeah,
which
some of
I
them
always think is a fucking joke.
they
and it's-
bought into their own hype, some of these guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
They think they're the actual badass.
Yeah, and then you have guys like Willem Dafoe who can like play as macho as can be, but
Yeah.
he is an art guy.
And
He's
also
a-
play weirdos and
Yeah,
stuff.
and like
Yeah.
Dafoe doesn't eat meat. He fucking does yoga like 42 times a day. Like,
Not bad.
you can tell that guy's
You
got
can
no
tell.
creak in his joints.
He's limber.
oh yeah.
Man, he's stretchy.
I have another Tom Beringer confession. I would get him confused with Tom Bergeron.
Oh, the hockey player?
No, some game show host.
Yeah, was it? He was on America's Funniest.
Yeah, America's
Oh,
Funniest
okay.
Home Video- and Family Squares or whatever. Hollywood Squares.
Hollywood Squares, yeah,
Those are very different men. You can't confuse
Yeah.
them besides the similarity of their names.
So I was always confused where Tom Bergeron's scar went.
are you fucking serious?
I've got a
right
couple
now?
guys like that actually. Jeff Bridges and somebody else was one for me for a while. Or no,
Lil Wayne, when we were watching that We Are the World
I
Part
always
2.
confuse Jeff Bridges and Lil Wayne. I'm like, who's who?
they both got long hair. They both using the auto tune. So,
They both talk like this. Hey, I'm a cowboy.
Born and raised in LA, but I'm a cowboy, gruff old cowboy voice.
I'm actually a rapper from New Orleans.
he got shot right in the
You
heart.
want some lean in your cup, partner?
Some of that perp.
My dad tried to scare me straight, so he sent me to live with Sam Elliott from a young age, so I'm a cowboy now.
Now I'm in Bob Dylan's.
Okay, so Operation Gauntlet. That's what this movie starts with. Black screen, green text, Operation Gauntlet. Contracted, covert action. Destination, Cuba. Personnel, 8. Mercenary combatants. Shit, line break. 8 mercenary combatants.
You suck at this. Operation Gauntlet. Contracted covert action. Destination, Cuba. Personnel, 8 mercenary combatants. Objective, destroyed drug facility. File, top secret. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
This isn't medium secret. This is top secret. Okay.
What a nonsense bunch of words to put at the front of this fucking movie about a substitute teacher.
This is Bay of Pigs Part 2, basically.
Yeah.
There's like this Delta Force team.
Why are they doing covert operations in Cuba?
Why are they attacking Cuba in the 90s? It doesn't quite make sense.
Well, Cuba's sending over their drugs.
well, bar.
So, you expect after that you're gonna see some action. You're gonna see some of this top secret mission, but you're prepared to be sadly disappointed because we
No.
just jumped to the Florida Keys and there's a lone raft there.
Yeah. You see, like, there's
Yeah, they didn't have enough money to fund the mission on screen or in life.
the whole Rebel Contra group that was supposed to be funded by this Delta Force team or whatever. No, it's just Tom Beringer alone in this raft. And he's got like one of those floppy hats on, like a Special Forces guy. And
Yeah,
he's
like
got
a
his
Cuban
flare
vacation
guns.
hat.
Yeah, he's hanging out. He's got his Hunter S. Thompson hat on.
And they really fumbled this scene. They could have had, in this fucking 2-hour-long movie,
Yeah.
they could have had a quick scene where we show like the whole team kick a little bit of ass.
Yeah.
We get to see all their faces and see them at work just a little bit.
You're in Florida. Go to the bayou. Fake it for Cuba.
Yeah.
Just give me a bit of jungle action here.
And that is one thing about this movie is part of it is that it's a squad movie like Predator, like Robo War,
Squad up.
like those movies about an army squad that's really tight, maybe like Fury or something.
But half of them are dead before the movie starts.
Yeah.
Yeah, the movie's kind of a mess. It feels like multiple kinds of movies mushed in together a little bit, and a lot
Doesn't
of these
fully
parts
deliver.
Yeah, they don't fully connect.
I
yet.
blame Roy
It's a little
Frumkeys because I think he was
overstuffed.
probably a bit of a diva in the writer's room.
Yeah, it was Frumkeys. Frumkeys came in with a whole other script, and he's like, "What if we mashed in all the elements of my script into your guys' scripts?" Frumkeys.
Orsmond was like, I don't like that at all. That's quite scrum trinkle and
And Simonelli's like, "Oh, why don't you get the fuck out of here, Frumkeys?
They were always arguing. In the
Why are you
room.
always breaking my meatballs?"
On their way to, they would enter every single script meeting, every single movie meeting, and like a ball of dust and like limbs flying in and out of it.
Ormsby descended in on a Mary Poppins umbrella. Italian guy came in a Ferrari.
I imagine they're, three stereotype cartoon characters who are always fighting each other.
Let's make a movie. Yeah, international.
Because that's the feel of the screenplay.
Yeah, they fumbled it. Beringer's the only surviving person. He shoots a flare in a Zodiac with a Louis Guzman, or someone else goes and picks him up. And now we get another little blurb on the screen.
Operation Gauntlet. Objective achieved. Fatalities 3. Status terminated. Deny all U.S. involvement. Disavow all surviving combatants. Shred all files.
Read all five.
Okay.
They're going to
That's a
work.
lot of setup for something that doesn't matter in the slightest.
No. The fact that he has 3 dead homies doesn't matter, doesn't factor in at all, because you could just believe that he has dead friends. And that's kind of, it doesn't matter for his character anyways.
Yeah. So Shale, that's Tom Beringer, and the rest of his crew, they listen to the news that they've been disavowed by the U.S. government.
Shred all files.
So should we run through his crew here? Talk about who we got? Let's.
Because they are a bunch of great character actors.
Yeah.
It is a badass crew.
Yeah. And they all do have parts. Luis Guzman from 100 billion movies. He's the
and
Latino
Community.
guy. Was he in Oz?
He was for a little bit, I think.
He was on there
he
even
was.
a little bit.
He was
Speaking
the
of
boss
Oz.
of the Hispanics for a while, I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's in.
He's funny. He's in Training Day. Is he in Training Day? Probably.
I don't know if he is, but this is after
The other guy's in
Carlito's
Training
Way.
Day.
Yeah, he's in Carlitos.
So he's already had a pretty big breakout role, and this is,
Yeah.
he's still working though. Upcoming attraction here, I think he's in Count of Monte Cristo, and I love that movie.
yeah,
I love him in that movie.
That's
a great one.
But
He's good. Luis Guzman doesn't have enough to do in this movie, I would say.
no, he's underserved.
Richard L. Brooks is also in this movie.
Yes,
He's from Firefly.
yeah, he was the bounty hunter in Firefly. He's got good comedy chops. He was really funny in that.
William Forsythe is in this. He plays Holland.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
He's slimmed up a little bit since his that last movie.
Yeah, he's not
since
as-
Out for Justice.
not as big in this one, but he's still an intimidating guy. He's the wild card on the crew. He's
Oh,
the
yeah.
crazy
He
one.
does that good. He plays a good. You can buy him as like a kind of a fucked up vet who's also a mercenary, adrenaline junkie.
He's got
type.
that unhinged energy for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Raymond Cruz.
Yeah, he's like the second in command next to Tom Beringer.
Yeah.
This is Joey Six is this character. He's Tuco from Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Probably most famously for that role, but character actor for sure. And he's good. He's kind of
Looking young here.
yeah,
Very young.
young and capable, and not. He's got to ratchet it down a lot more than he does when he's playing Tuco. He's like super unhinged as Tuco.
Yeah, he's pro here. These guys are pros. William Forsythe, even him, the wild card, they still are a good team. Like, they know their special forces, Delta Force shit together.
Yeah. I like how William Forsythe, he's the demolition expert.
I could have used just a little bit more of their team action because I love all these actors.
Absolutely.
It
just
sets
one
it
more
up
scene.
From the beginning, and then it doesn't... I mean, I guess it does pay it off a bit at the end.
Yeah, it
but
does.
In between,
I just wanted more of it.
More.
So I think we all agree this movie's too long, so they could have like trimmed out some of the... I don't know what.
It's just a little overstuffed.
It's a little bit, but we could. That being said, I for sure they could have used more of that team dynamic because they're all they're all great character actors.
Yeah.
That was the thing where I felt like this movie is a little long, but I also had trouble exactly pinpointing what to cut out of it. Like, you don't want to cut out any Tom Beringer being a badass scenes.
Well,
you don't want to cut out any.
Honestly, I would have cut out all the business with his crew.
Yeah,
you could just make a leaner movie.
Just take
gotta
the
pick
it
a
all
lane.
together.
If he's going to be a movie about him being a veteran who's a substitute teacher,
leave the team.
I would have left out one
out.
of those gangs because we're dealing with like 3 other gangs in this movie.
Yes.
I would have left out one of them and his whole team, and it would have been a leaner movie.
Have it be a one-man army type movie instead of a squad movie.
Yeah.
Make the last half hour.
As much as I love his team.
I love the shootout at the end with the team, though. But yeah, that's fair.
I also wonder if any of these guys came back for the sequel movies, because I don't think Tom Beringer did. I think there's
there
like
were
a trilogy.
sequels?
I'm
there's
pretty
like
sure
3
it's
or
a
4
trilogy.
sequels.
Yeah. And so I wonder if maybe some of these guys came back as like, Tom Beringer's the star's not coming back, but we'll carry this second movie or we'll carry this third movie. I have no idea.
Well, all of them die. Spoiler.
Oh, so
That's
Tom,
not going to stop.
It's not going to stop Luis Guzman.
no Satana. So yeah, there were 3 direct-to-DVD sequels. Tom Beringer wasn't in any of them. They cast Treat Williams instead, who
Okay.
I mean, downgrade.
I'll have
but
a Treat Williams.
I'll never say no to Treat Williams. I fucking love that guy.
That's a tasty treat.
All right, Miami. 3 days later, we're introduced to. So here we're introduced to the high school. It's a raucous place, and there's a group of Latinos, and they're just beating the shit out of this black guy. So there's this like racial tension in the school. There's like rival gang. Like the 2 groups don't really get along, and that'll kind of come into play later on.
And still, I have to say, though, this school is a lot tamer than the opening scene of Lean On Me, showing how wild that school was, with, like, the teachers getting their heads busted open and shit.
Oh, yeah.
This is, like, a lot tamer, all things considered.
Yeah.
Well, this school's got metal detectors, so that goes a long way.
Yeah, that's smart. Why didn't Joe Clark think of that? They're like, take the chains off. You can put metal detectors up.
I have nothing but movies to go off, but I think metal detectors are, like, standard in American high schools nowadays.
Sure looks like it.
Boy.
It's just based on movies, too.
Fucking depressing, but I guess it's better than having the doors chained shut.
Yeah, this guy's getting the shit kicked out of him until Jane Hetzko, Ms. Jane Hetzko, she breaks everything up. She's a teacher there, and she has an icy standoff with Juan Lacas, played by Mark Anthony. Coming in with some heat here, man. I like him in this movie.
An
like
icy
him, too.
standoff with a fiery Latino.
Okay.
Mark Anthony.
Take it easy, man.
Yeah.
Him and Jennifer Lopez. They must have made
Sweet,
fiery Latino love.
They make beautiful love.
Yes. He's muy
Beautiful
caliente
kisses.
in this movie. Much spicy.
I think he looks like a little fucking twerp, but he has a certain edge to him, and I like that. He's the best-selling salsa artist of all time. Did y'all know that?
Oh, really?
I needed to know that.
Interesting.
I needed to know. Tell me, baby girl. 'Cause
I need to know. He's got a DJ Qualls quality.
He
I
never
can see
had
it.
a lot of huge hits, at least in Canada where we are, but I don't know. I think he's got something. Hey,
I do.
if I had a record label, I'd sign this guy.
Yeah, Tommy Mottola over here. I would. I pretty much only know him as the guy who married J-Lo. Yeah, that's more or less what I know him as.
Okay, so Hetsky here. She has an icy standoff with Juan Lacus. He's coming back at her. He's like, you're no person to me, bitch. Back the fuck off. And she's like, or what? Or what? And he's like, or else I'll make you wish you hadn't.
Yeah, they kind of gang rush her car, and they start like, oh wait, that happens a little after, right?
Yeah, so she takes this threat straight to Principal Rolfe. Principal Rollet, Claude Rollet.
Yeah.
Doing, the same basic Warden Leo Glenn authoritarian character.
At least at first.
Yeah.
There's
a little twist.
Yeah, it's Ernie Hudson. He's doing what he does best, which is sitting down and looking important.
Yeah, having an authoritative voice.
Yeah, he holds the room just by being there.
I was saying in the group chat to you guys the other day when I was watching this, I was like, yeah, I'm sure listeners out there, check out Ernie Hudson now. He's the same age as Donald Trump. He looks better than all three of us in this room put together.
Oh, he could easily wrestle us.
He's in incredible shape. He wears a tight T-shirt, nice tight jeans.
He could hold us down.
He's got huge arms. He's jacked. He looks amazing. He looks better than he did in this movie. And that's pretty impressive for a guy whose career was mostly sitting behind a desk talking in movies and TV shows.
He might be
I don't know what's going on with these like septuagenarian celebrities, but like they are fucking ripped. Have you seen that picture of Bruce Springsteen with his shirt off? He's got his pecs just popping out, and he's not as old as Trump, but yeah, like
it's always an interesting look with like the really old body is ripped because the skin is kind of like paper, like wrinkly paper, but then they're really shredded underneath, and you're like, ooh, there's something weird happening in my brain now, looking at these contrasting things. I don't know.
You do that a lot, right?
You're a Grampy Shagger.
Then I get a big old boner.
So Rollet is refusing to back up Jane. He's like, we got to have an airtight case here because it was a wishy-washy threat. He didn't say what he was going to do, when he was going to do it, blah, blah, blah. So he's not going to back Jane up, and she's pretty livid about this. And here we're introduced to one of the other important teachers in the school. Yeah, Glenn Plummer is Daryl Sherman. You'd recognize him from Showgirls and also the guy whose car is commandeered in Speed.
Oh shit. I forgot about that in Speed. Yeah.
So he trusts Rollet. He carries a lot of water for Rollet in this movie because he wants to believe that he's a good guy.
He's a black guy too, so he's a positive black role model and blah, blah, blah. Understandably so.
He's doing a lot of good work for the community, and as we'll see, Rollet is doing some good stuff for the community, but that doesn't really outweigh all the negative impacts his actions are having.
No.
Yeah.
He opened a daycare.
So Juan and his cronies, they're waiting by Jane's car, and they've got like their hydraulic lowriders and shit, and they've got 40s. They put something on there. It looked like chewing gum or something all over her car lock. She couldn't get into her car.
Yeah, it's like plaster or something. Like she can't get her key in there at all. It's just like, it looks hard, but it was probably chewing gum. But
yeah,
she gets like
maybe
bombarded.
Maybe they have
guys.
There's Mark Anthony. He's a really promising salsa singer. He can shoot ropes like you wouldn't believe.
I like that, Mark. A solid ropes.
She's like, what are all
Hey,
these
Grace,
ropes?
get over here. Look at this. Look at this young Latino man's ropes.
But like,
feel them in your hands.
She's a very caring teacher. She does not deserve this treatment at all. But she gets gang rushed by like 30 guys. Gang rushed.
Why don't you make love to me like you used to, Jimmy? Why do you always make me look at Mark Anthony's
I gotta hold
ropes?
these ropes. Look, Grace.
Hold me like you used to, Jimmy.
But the ropes. Can I tie you up with them, Grace?
Oh, a little beady.
Again with the Mark Anthony
Breeder of
jizz
Wonder
rope
Woman.
bondage.
Actually, Mark's just waiting around the corner here. If he can just shoot some more ropes on you, maybe we can tie up your legs, too.
Got it. Wait, if you're doing that kind of thing, you need a safe word.
Oh, look at this. Here's a magic trick I learned from Mark Anthony. Pulls up. Look what I have up my sleeve, Grace.
Just name an animal, Grace. You like elephants? Here you go.
This kid's amazing.
So after a 10 standoff, they're like on her car. This is fucked up, actually.
Yeah.
We are joking about jizz. These guys are on her car. Mark Anthony, the world's top-selling salsa artist of all time, one of the biggest selling artists in history, is on her car. He's humping it. He's saying, I'm going to lick your pussy, bitch. I'm going to lick your fucking pussy.
And not just him. There's like a couple people on there just flicking their tongues out like lizards at her. Like, I thought it was weird that this gang's go-to threat was just like, I'm going to eat your pussy. I don't know. I feel like that doesn't work if you gender swap it. Like, you can't threaten a man that way, right?
I'm going to lick your asshole.
I'm going to suck your dick. I'm going to get over there and suck your dick. Like, it's less. I mean, I guess actually I would be threatened if certain people said that to me. But but it is threatening.
Very much so.
It is threatening.
It's an upsetting sequence.
I'll admit it.
And she is justifiably upset as she finally gets her car going. She rips away. She's quite distraught when she parks in her apartment there. The door in the elevator opens, and there's this shadowy man standing in there, and she's scared at first, but then don't worry, it's just old scarred up Tom Beringer.
Nothing to fear.
It's only the most frightening man possible.
But he's got a heart of gold.
All of these scenes between them, and there are a lot of them where they're being tender boyfriend and girlfriend. They're going steady.
That's one thing you might be able to trim a little is maybe one or two of these scenes. Yeah.
They are a little bit unbelievable just because Tom Beringer's a freak.
Yeah.
With a heart of gold. I appreciate that we could get rid of some, but I appreciate that there are enough of them to kind of make you buy into the relationship.
Yeah.
I actually think they have a very nice, pleasant relationship.
It's true.
It's not like a Death Wish where Charles Bronson has one standoffish scene with his wife, girlfriend, whatever, and then she's murdered immediately.
Spends the rest of the movie mad about her death.
It's true.
Yeah.
They do have a couple scenes where they're joking around together and
Hey, I told you to
each
get
other laugh.
non-fat milk. Get back to the store and get me another jug. Oh no, she's murdered.
you got a Death Wish
I guess
lady.
I just don't find Tom Beringer attractive. Like, I believe it when Mickey Rourke is like laying some pipe and people are in love with him, but like Tom Beringer, it's like,
yeah, he doesn't seem very sexual.
I have no idea what makes an attractive man unless it's very obvious. There's a lot of...
Okay, Mr. Macho.
Well. I'm going to suck your dick if you're not careful, mister.
You get out of here or I'm going to lick your asshole.
You want a foot massage? You want a foot massage, bro?
I'll lick your toes. So Beringer gets a call. He's having a chat with a Hetsky. He gets a call from Joey Six here, and he's got to go to the strip club to find out about the next job.
He's throwing these shuriken all the time in this movie. That's never paid off, is it?
No, he packs them with him at the end, and he doesn't use them in the final
use them.
showdown.
Multiple scenes of him using ninja throwing stars. Anyway.
I could have swore he killed a guy with him, but I can't specifically remember when now. So
Me
maybe
too.
Not.
I didn't see it.
I have like this weird Mandela effect where I'm like, well, he must have used them.
I rewinded it.
Yeah. When I was thinking back, it never happened.
Bastard.
It's bizarre.
Yeah, it's very strange.
Strange choice. So this next setup, Slate is a little apprehensive about it because it sounds like a drug deal. Like that he's going to be a drug enforcer. He doesn't want to do that. He wants to go meet the client. So then we go to the client's place, and it's this guy. I can't remember his name. So we go to the client's place, and we're in this well-to-do mansion type place, and they're watching this Janus Soldier of Fortune sizzler reel.
Yeah, John Janus.
Yeah.
He's got this VHS promotional fucking tape
like knife
that's getting
fights,
passed around to rich fuck-offs.
Grenade fights, machine gun fights, anything you need.
It's
John
pretty good.
Janus is the best.
Yeah, it's almost out of a Verhoeven movie.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun.
It looks fun. It looks like an episode of the A-Team or something. Tom Beringer is watching it with these guys, and he just bursts out laughing at it because he's a real soldier. He knows all this stuff is silly, but...
Yeah. And John Janus is also there, and he's really getting a kick of watching his own tape here. Funny little sequence. So, it wraps up. The client's like, oh, thank you very much. We'll be in touch. Sends him on his way, and then things get serious. He has this girlfriend or whatever. There's a girl in the room. She leaves. As soon as she's out of the room, client guy just rips a huge fart.
Yeah. Which is so relatable.
We've all been there.
As soon as the woman's gone, it's a comically loud fart. Like it's Three Stooges level.
it's even louder.
And then he's talking. He's like, "What the hell are you eating?" He's like, "Oh, I'm on this fiber cereal or whatever." And everyone's like, "Fiber?
Never
What?
heard of it.
Yeah.
Never heard of it."
Back then, that meant you were metrosexual, I think, if you ate fiber.
Yeah, no, it was a total novelty in the 90s.
Yeah.
Like, you're gay if you eat fiber. Real men get sepsis from
Yeah.
a compacted colons
Yeah,
and
exactly.
die.
It's so wild that we had to come up with a term for a man who like wore nice clothes.
He's
In like the early aughts. Like,
Or
he's a
eats a
metrosexual.
vegetable.
He rides the metro. That's why he wears.
Yeah, it's a
Fitted
little
shirts.
gay. No, actually, it's not gay. It's actually another thing. It's a third thing.
Yeah.
There are three things.
It's not gay to actually
It's plush.
not die from colon cancer.
There's straight and there's gay and there's metrosexual.
Says you.
And now it's just permeated the whole culture. Now people don't. Nobody's rallying against the metrosexuals anymore.
Yeah, now man and animal, everyone's marrying everyone now.
Now I can have sex with whatever kind of metro transportation
great.
I want.
Yeah. Oh, there was a lady who
People will be fucking buses, trains.
roller coasters. That was a thing if someone
Wilding out
married
here.
a roller coaster, and there was a lady on like My Strange Addiction or one of these kind of crazy shows who had a romantic relationship with a roller coaster, and she got like married.
So did she come when she was riding it? She must have.
I don't think they went into it in the show, but I can picture how you could do that with
She's
a roller
coming.
coaster. I don't know.
It's like, that's like a polyamorous thing, right? She's fine with the roller coaster having
God.
multiple partners.
Gotta be.
I feel like if a roller coaster has a chance, then some of these incels could probably
Yeah.
try a little bit harder.
Well, the roller coaster vibrates though.
That guy has the. That guy has.
I don't know if the
You can buy a vibrator.
Yeah, that's true. If that involves consideration for another person, though, I don't know. The roller coaster has that. The
Roller
incel-
coaster
it's that-
considers the other person.
You don't know what the roller coaster feels, man.
Okay, fine. I'll stop judging the woman who loves to fuck the roller coaster.
It was me, okay? It was me.
You want to break me down? All right. So Doug, that's the client. He's farting up a storm here, and Shale gets a bit more information. It's a drug job. He doesn't want any part of it. It's not said that it's a drug job, but he knows. And
It's dirty.
then he chokes Doug out.
Yeah. Well, he
Hulk
doesn't.
grabs him by the neck.
He shows him the difference between a mercenary and a soldier, because a mercenary would have just killed him right then, but a soldier has honor and doesn't just kill him. He's
Doug's like, "Oh, well, mercenary, you only work for money, right?" And he's like, "There's a difference between a mercenary and somebody who
Yeah.
only works for money."
You don't want
It's-
soldiers, you want killers.
He says, "Not merely for money. It's not the money that bothers me. It's the merely."
And this also pops up again as the movie goes along, because like Orole cannot believe that like a special forces guy would come into his school and do all this stuff for like, he's like, "Who hired you?" later, and
Nobody. That's impossible.
it's just honor.
Slate chokes out this Doug guy, and he shits his pants like he's Steven Seagal. And he's like, "Oh," he makes a joke about the fiber. He's like, "Oh, it must be the fiber."
That stuff
shit
makes
himself.
you
He shit himself. So now she's gonna have a bit of an accident.
It turned him gay, and now his butt is big.
He's like,
Now his butthole is just...
yeah, too much
You just poop.
lubrication in there.
That's what happens. That's how fiber works. It turns you gay, and then your butt is big, and then...
And then you put all that Astroglide.
That guy's blasting turds off like a metrosexual over there.
This next scene's pretty fucking great. So we see Jane, the teacher from earlier, Shale's girlfriend. She's having a nice jog out on Venice Beach. Or no, they're in Miami. Whatever. It's a place like that.
It's the most carefree jog you've
Yeah.
ever seen in your life. She's just like, hands are bent, like, "Oh, I haven't a care in the world. I'm having such a great day." Forget about that student who threatened me the other day.
She's listening to Mungo Jerry's "In the Summertime When the Weather is Hot, You Got Women on Your Mind."
little Bismarcky.
Ba-da-dum, and it's like, oh, well, nothing bad's going to happen here. This guy comes out, this giant fucking freak with a club.
Tanya Harding.
Tanya, sir.
Straight up. Tanya Harding. This guy's like 8 feet tall.
He gets her right in the knee.
Like,
Yeah,
her
that's-
kneecap is like dust after she fucking lays into her.
She's a goner.
Luckily, Shale is right nearby, and he gets his ass kicked by this guy pretty good, which I actually appreciated.
This was a happy coincidence. I don't know. This was a weird scene because she's just going for an independent jog, and then he's just walking around in the neighborhood. And he kind of reminded me of like Steve Rogers in the Albert Pune Captain America movie, where he's a little bit awkward and nerdy and like weird. And there's almost like a Jeffrey Dahmer quality to him, where he's like dressed so neatly with slacks and everything. But
Yeah, he doesn't quite have the befuddling charm of like a Clark Kent type of superhero disguise
No,
thing.
yeah.
You can tell he never knows what to do with his hands.
he's killed. He's killed before.
He'll do it again.
I'll kill again.
Slate has a fight with this guy, and he kind of gets his ass kicked. He runs off because the cops are coming. Jane wakes up in the hospital, and she thinks that it's Juan who set it up. That's Mark Anthony.
Good instincts.
Since she's going to be laid up in the hospital for a while, Shale said, "Don't worry about it. I'll find you a substitute," which I don't know why she would think that that's a fine idea. But anyway, she's like, "Fine, that's fine. You do it."
You call the administrator. She's so hopped up on the Oxycontins from that knee injury, she probably is all fuzzy in the head.
True. And so he calls up Joey Six and tells him he needs a backstory set up. He needs some credentials and good ones and a fake name. Something strange, something unusual.
Yeah.
Smith.
Something no one would ever suspect. Yeah, he has hatched this plan where he's going to go undercover into the school and track all this gang stuff down, I guess. Figure out who's been going after his girlfriend.
Yeah, he wants some justice. He has a death wish.
5.
Gene Factory. So guess what? The school's got a new substitute, baby. Shale, under the new alias, James Smith, makes his way through the barbed wire fence and metal detectors, and he wades through the overcrowded hallway to meet Principal Rolay.
Yeah, makes a pretty good impression.
Yeah, Rolay's like, "Oh, this guy looks like he'll do, I guess." Seems like pretty unassuming.
Sneaks in, reveals that his girlfriend has been mugged. Rolay didn't know about that.
Rolay wants some more information, and Shale does a pretty good job of playing down how well he knows Hetsky. So every time somebody asks specifics about it, he's like, "I don't know.
I don't know the lady.
Yeah, I don't know her that well. I don't really know her. I'm just the substitute," which...
I heard she got mugged.
Yeah, that's all. So he goes in to teach the class, and wouldn't you know it, they're not paying a lick of attention to him. They're not very impressed with this new substitute one bit.
You gotta earn these kids' respect. You gotta walk in there. It's prison. It's like a prison. You walk in there, you shiv the biggest kid, and then you earn their respect, and they listen to you.
And the fastest way to earn respect, aside from shivving them, in order to find the shivving order, you need to do roll call. Read some attendance.
He sets the groundwork pretty well in this scene. It pays off. Like you said, a lot of the stuff that gets set up in this movie does get paid off.
He's going through everybody. While he's reading off names, people are chirping him. They're calling him names and stuff like that. People are rapping and freestyling, not paying him any attention, and flipping him the bird.
He's like, "What's that? I call it crap music."
And what's that rap?
I don't like it.
That's something my nephew listens
Yeah,
to.
he puts on Donny Osmond and plays it for the kids and try to teach them some good morals, but these are punk kids.
These kids don't know about Pat Boone.
No. No. Chuck Mangione. None of the greats.
Everybody's favorite flugelhornist, R.I.P. All right, so Shale's getting to know a couple of the other teachers in the teacher's lounge here. So the critical thing that we pull out here is that there's a powerful gang in the school called the KOD, the Kings of Destruction.
I call them the COD.
One teacher says smugly, and it's like, what is that? Some kind of
Yeah.
burn or something?
Good one. Yes, that's what those 3 letters spell.
They don't get any wins, so the teachers have to savor every little morsel they can get.
Yeah. But not to their face or they'd kill me.
I think Kings of Destruction's a pretty good name.
Yeah, it's like Latin Kings or some kind of gang name like that. It works. It works for me.
Mm-hmm. And then we learn Rolay used to be a cop. So Shale sits down with Rolay, and he gets some info. He's sitting there. Rolay's kind of relating his public-facing life story. Shale's clocking his gold watch in his fancy office.
He does really good detective work through these first couple scenes where he figures all this stuff out, and you see he's really observant. Noticing the watches and everything.
And Rolle's no fool either. He's clocking Shale's scars, which any fucking idiot can see. And the bruise on his hand. He's got a Donald Trump
it looks
bruise
like
on his hand,
but covered in white phosphorus or something. Were you a nom?
So yeah, while they're having their little square off here, this is where Ernie Hudson shows out. This is where Rolle shows Slate how he keeps the school in line, because Slate's like, well, you got a gold watch. Don't you feel worried? And he's like, I have the school shop class make me a paddle every year. And at the beginning of the year at the assembly, this is what I do. He punches right through it.
Man.
Yeah, it's a pretty good little taekwondo fucking forward punch.
And it's like a weird psychological mind game to make the students make you your paddle, you know?
Yeah.
This is the thing I would beat you with. Make it for me.
I'm sure we talked about this on the podcast already. Did you guys get paddled?
No
paddle. There was paddling going on in my school, but
Yeah.
I never got paddled.
You guys weren't cool enough.
No,
No, definitely not.
Thank God.
No, I flew under the radar. I was like a stealth bomber.
There was no risk
Wait,
of
they
that.
fly above the radar.
We had to get jumped in at my school.
There was some paddles that happened, I believe.
I was talking about tasing the other day, and there was this weird initiation briefly that we had where one of our friends came across a taser and came into possession of a taser, and the gang pulled up to my place to pick me up, and it was like an 88 Crown Vic, so the person had to either
Awesome
move the seat
car.
forward or get out, so there's no back door. You had to
Oh, it was a two-door.
it was the two-door, and Mitch is in the front seat, and he's not moving. I'm like, come on, Mitch. I'd like to get in and sit down. Gosh golly gee, we're going to go have some fun or go hang out or whatever. And then
It wasn't Mitch, it was Cake. He was just a cake.
I cut his hand, and it was cake.
And then you taste.
No, but then Mitch is like, I'm so sorry, Vonn. And he tased me. I collapsed on the ground. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
You tased him, you asshole.
I taste you good.
And he's like, they did it to me before I got in the car. Everybody had to get tased before they got in the car that night.
Yeah, Dan and Dave pulled up to pick me up and tased me as I was getting into the vehicle. I was like, what the fuck is... Oh my God, it's a taser. Yeah, our friends had a weapons guy
Evad.
for a while
was so
there
bizarre.
who had you could go to him and get a nightclub or a baton or something,
Yeah.
or gloves
Padded
that
knuckles
had
and,
knuckles in them.
Yeah, you got to get the brass knuckles or the thing that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
telescopes out.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah, Buddy had butterfly knives for sure.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So I think that's where they got the taser from.
Yeah,
was
there was
the
a
weapons
period where
man.
a couple of our friends had jobs and nothing to spend their money
Yeah.
on, so they just buy weapons from some.
It's just ancient
some guy.
cars.
It
that
was
were-
Tom Beringer, right? The weapons guy.
He had a scar on his face.
Power perceived is power achieved. That's Rolle's little catchphrase here. So now Shale thinks that there's something up, so he calls the team. He's gonna get the squad together and kind of figure out what's going on in this school. So we do this at the shooting range, which is where you meet your mercenary friends. Everybody's blowing one of these dummies apart. They're shooting their guns.
Yeah.
That's what you do. I mean, that would be a lot of fun if you were a discharged veteran whose government had turned their back on you.
Yeah. So Shale's talking to his crew at the shooting range, and they start giving him a hard time, and that's when William Forsythe as Holland, he blows his top. He just loses it out of nowhere. He's like,
There's friction.
Cuba wimp you out, man. Fuck you, man. Queers.
Yeah.
Just storms off.
Yeah. Forsyth, he's not happy. Everybody's also ribbing him pretty good because he's like, we were just in Cuba on a drug, blowing up drug labs, and now you want us to go be high school hall monitors? What's going on here? Mm-hmm. But Forsyth,
They want that Skrilla.
Slate, he's got the love of his troops. He's got their respect enough that they're willing to go in on this with him. So then we get a fun little sequence where everybody's playing, cosplaying as electricians. Mm-hmm. Louis Guzman is up on the telephone post here. What's his name? The other guy, one of the other guys.
He's the one black guy on the crew. He's pretending to be a fire inspector.
Oh, we don't like fire inspectors. We
No, I don't
learned
know how-
that from Lean
I
on
learned
Me.
that from the other movie.
Fire inspector in a high school? I don't think so.
Always trying to get chains off the doors.
Welcome to the Clinton administration, everybody. Nuh-uh. I don't like it.
Sounds like liberal bullshit to me.
So what they're really doing is they're installing secret cameras, little mini cameras here, because it turns out Mr. Slate likes to watch. He wants to know everything that's going on at the school. So he has cameras
Shale.
installed in all...
It's shale.
Oh, sorry, I thought we were talking... we're not doing the Flintstones this week?
In the notes, you at a certain point you stopped calling him Shale and you started calling him Slate. I had to do a find and replace to change all the slates to Shales.
Mr. Slate.
Yeah, Mr. Slate. He's my boss.
That's too good.
Vonn.
Mr. Slate wouldn't put a camera in a bathroom, would he?
That is a great name for a protagonist. Anything kind of rockish. That's a cool name. Shale, Slate.
Well, it's because as a person who likes rocks, I've appreciated that Shale, the more pressure he was under in his mission, he eventually turned into Slate. So it all explains itself there.
Rock on.
By the end of the movie, he was Mr. Schist.
I'm assuming from context that Shale turns into Slate and then into Cyst, even though I don't know that for a fact. But I still think it's a funny joke from the context.
Too bad none of your coworkers listen.
All right, so yeah, there's cameras everywhere. In one class, Shale's teaching his class again. He comes in with a bit of heat this time. It's day 2. Walks in by throwing a garbage can across the classroom, which that gets everybody's attention.
I like this.
Yeah. And while he's writing on the board, one of the guys throws a can at the back of Shale's head. This guy's got reflexes like a cat because he turns around and catches it, throws it back at this guy's head.
No idea how he saw that coming.
Oh, he's got the reflexes of a 50-year-old mercenary.
It is boomer porn where it's like, these kids today, they could not understand what kind of shit us boomers went through and how much better we are than them. But, he blasts him back in the face in it. He goes into the back of the class. Somehow he knows Rodriguez has an ice pick.
I think that's just how good he is. He's the type of guy, he walks in, he knows...
He's like, give me your ice pick. And people are starting to get impressed. And he fucking frisks this guy, takes his ice pick away. He, slams it into the desk. Durr. I'm in charge of this class. I'm the warrior chief. I'm the merciless god of anything that stirs in my universe. You fuck with me, and you will suffer my wrath.
Now we're going to talk about Vietnam.
Yeah, he's doing this lesson. He's like, okay, when we were in Vietnam, let me tell you about my friend fucking Pedro who got his head blown off.
Is this even a history class? I don't even know what the subject is, but he's just like...
I know. You're just a lunatic Vietnam vet telling his fucking stories to anybody who'll listen. Which is a detail I really liked.
Now here's a story about how my friend wanted to buy a flower ring from this little boy, but it was actually a bomb.
When he picked that ring off that little boy's hand, there was nothing left but the hand. The boy was gone. Blown to smithereens. So Principal Rollet gets wind that something's amiss in 3B. He peeks in on Shale's class to see the class watching him with rapt attention. And the class is asking him questions like, yo, Mr. Smith, did you lose some homeboys out there in Vietnam? He's like, yeah, I lost some homeboys.
I lost some homeboys for sure. Yeah, Jerome. So this is Jerome Brown. This is Jerome. He's Mr. Smith's biggest ally. He kind of wins him over in this whole thing because it turns out Mr. Smith has been shot. Jerome's been shot. They have a lot of common ground here.
We all lost homies.
Yeah.
You're like us.
Like, you're not so bad, Mr. Smith.
Yeah.
And Rollet doesn't know what to make of this, but here we kind of get the first glimpse of Rollet. He's got a radio that he always has, and he just has his one best buddy security henchman who's just always following him around, and they'll kind of come into play later, but he's kind of runs a really tight ship in this school. He knows everything that's going on. After the class, the bell rings. Shale opens up his little nifty briefcase, and we see that he's got a bunch of TVs in there. He's got a surveillance rig, and he sees Principal Rollet coming up. And he comes into the class, gives Smith a piece of his mind, and says, you can't beat up kids. And he's like, it wasn't beating up, it was self-defense. And Shale's like, oh, but remember, power perceived is power received.
It's pretty ironclad.
We're using Smith and Shale interchangeably here, but that's the same person. Smith is his teacher alias.
Yeah.
Yeah, should we just stick with Slate the whole way through?
It's me, Slade. I'm hard as rock.
So he's got the 2-week notice.
Yeah, because Rolly wants to fire him outright,
He's
but Shale's
smart.
like, I know my rights. You can't
Yeah.
fire me without 2 weeks' notice.
He's
Just
like,
the most
actually,
basic.
this is a unionized job, so if you're going to put me on leave, then you need to give me 2 weeks' notice, and if you don't, I'm going to go to the administrative board, and blah, 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 blah.
You got to give him 2 weeks of White Lotus.
2 weeks of
Yeah.
White Lotus, yeah.
Gotta do it.
So Jane's on the mend. She's back at her apartment, fiery as ever, except she doesn't have any Percocet or groceries. She opens this heartwarming note from one of her students. It's Lisa Rodriguez, and breaks down.
It's like, where are you, Teach? You're the only one I ever
that
talked
ever believed
to.
in me.
Yeah, I want you to listen to me do my test.
And Shale's there, and he's like, "What is it? What's the big deal?" And she's like, "Well, it's obvious you've never taught at Columbus High." Actually,
He looks at the camera and winks.
I know this is the life of a boyfriend, always being right, but you
Yeah.
can't tell your
Hiding
girlfriend that she's wrong.
A couple days later, Slate is starting to gain the respect of the kids. When he walks into the class, they're quiet. The whiteboard's not covered with graffiti or markings and all that stuff. The chalkboards, chalkboards even, not whiteboards.
He's got them singing the school song. He says, everybody get together, sing the school song. And they sing it. Great.
And it's just furious because they're doing this weird a cappella version that he didn't authorize.
This isn't the traditional version. Who taught you this? He beats them.
But not all of the students.
Oh, the KOD punks. Those kings of destruction, is it?
Yeah.
The Kings of Leon.
Oh, the kings of Leon. They bust in and they're like, "This sex is on fire."
Yeah.
Mark Anthony and his flunkies, they breeze in late, and Shale's like, "That's one demerit each." And
Their
he's
sex is
yeah.
muy caliente.
yeah, he gets some attitude from the lead singer of the Kings of Leon, Mark Anthony, who writes, "I'm sorry, I am SOREY." on the board. He misspells it 100 times. He lets him do it 100 times. He doesn't fucking correct him.
Yeah. Also, Mark Anthony, Vonn does it. He follows through the.
He does it.
Yeah.
You didn't have to do that.
This
If
whole
you're gonna,
demerit thing, it's working.
you're willing to openly murder teachers
Yeah.
yourself with your own two hands.
Boy, you almost think that there's a hope for Mark Anthony's character in this for a minute, where you're like, oh, maybe the teacher can reach him, but that pretty rapidly
No,
just
this
goes
movie's
down the
kind
tubes.
of confusing.
So while Juan is writing down the message on the board there, it's time for real talk, okay? Shale, he sits on the desk. They start talking about gangs.
Yeah, he's sitting on the desk. It's almost like a Riker, or not Riker, but it's that kind of casual adult pose where they're it's a professional adult, but they're sitting a little casual.
Yeah, he's gonna
like,
step
I grew
over
up
it.
in the 50s, and we were gangsters too. And
Yeah.
they were like, yo, were there any black gangs in those days? And he's like, yeah, there were
were.
lots of them. There was the Black Spades, and
Black Spades, who are those?
they're 5,000 strong out here in Miami.
There was the Zoot Suiters, the Billy Boppers.
Totally. The way he's describing the gangs is very Frank Reynolds. He's like, yeah, and we all sang doo-wop on the corner.
Went to the malt shop.
You had to be in a gang. So people are like, well, if the Black Spades were so strong, or if they were so great, how come they're not running the show right now? And he's like, well, because if you're in a gang, you're either going to wind up dead or in jail. And the kids
think
are like,
about it.
the first time it's ever occurred to him, he's like, oh,
Jail.
I don't want to wind up dead or in jail.
This is where he has that a bit to him too. He's like, "What? How do you feel? How many of you have kids?" Is that in this movie?
It is, and
Yeah.
pretty much all of them have kids.
Yeah. Like
good
half the
handful.
class raises their hands, and he's like, "How would you feel about your kids being in gangs?" And
None of them want it.
no, none of them want it, and it's like, okay, this is like an actually decent. Like half decent way to actually
Yeah.
get the message across. It's better than any message in
Yes.
Lean on Me.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah.
Shale is connecting with these students on their level, giving them real talk, talking to them like they're fucking adults or like people, human beings.
He really does kind of reach them.
He has not shackled up the school, although that does happen later, but he doesn't do it. He's very against the school being chained up.
Yeah.
He also manages to find an inn with these kids where they're all from an inner city that's very violent, and he is a war veteran. So he's able to bond with them on like, oh yeah, here's my scar, here's my bullet wound, and a lot of these kids have actually like been in drive-by shootings or been shot by an AK or something, or their friend has been killed. And they're like, because he really finds the teaching subject that he loves is that he loves talking about Vietnam to these kids. And so he's like, you ever heard about punchy sticks, kids? It's when your buddy steps into a hole and little spikes get in his leg.
They cover it with feces, so you get infected.
We got something like that, Mr. S. It's when you step into the sewer grate and whatever the urban equivalent is.
I'd say Shale's main demerit. If I'm gonna give him a demerit, it's putting cameras in the bathrooms. I think that's a bit. That's a bit of an overreach.
Oh wait, were they in the bathroom?
There's definitely at least one camera in a bathroom.
He did a Chuck Berry.
In the girls?
In the men's, in the boys,
In the toilet bowls?
no.
Okay.
Got the topward
Above.
angle.
Yeah, that's good. That's less perverted.
Bird's eye view.
That's
Turd's eye view.
you're just checking
Yeah.
it out.
That
Not
is
the
a
bird's eye
demerit.
view, not the turd's eye view.
That is a demerit. He should have had them in the girls' toilet bowls.
Yeah. If you want,
This guy's a freak.
A loser.
he's weird. He's like a Dahmer.
So yeah,
But no, objectively here, by every conceivable metric, a way better teacher than
Yeah. Oh yeah.
real life Joe Louis Clark.
His methods are better.
and it's bizarre because he's way less qualified. Like Joe
Yeah.
Clark is a lifelong
Oh,
educator.
1,000 times
Man.
less qualified. He's a mercenary.
It just goes to show you, HR gets involved, and you needed this little piece of paper to get the job. But Tom Beringer, maybe he's the right guy for the job.
All you need is a buddy with a good printer who can say that you got a degree from Harvard, a couple
Yeah.
masters from Yale, and a PhD from Princeton,
There's
and
some
you too could be a teacher.
streets you
Yeah,
can
but
go
this
to
movie's
in
not
Bangkok.
sucking your dick, is it?
No.
It's not saying, hey, aren't
wish.
you a good white person for watching this? And like,
No, it's this movie is made for entertainment.
Yeah.
I don't lean on me is like meant to give you a reach around or something like that.
sorry, I'll save my closing thoughts for later.
Here we get to see his bathroom camera because Shale spies Rolé having a little meeting with Juan Lacus, in the washroom and sees that they're setting up a plan to have this guy jumped or something's going to happen to Shale after the meeting. So after the big teachers meeting.
It's the big setup.
So later on that day, Shale is tooling up. He's strapping on a bulletproof vest, and he's watching Lacus and their gang roll up with their gats on the. He's got cameras everywhere, so he watches them roll up with their guns. They're loading them up in their low rider. Oh boy, it's gonna be a showdown.
Yeah, they spot him coming out of the school, and he just beelines back into the school, and they're like, "Look at this guy, he's bitch made."
Yeah, he makes sure that they clock him too. He makes himself.
Bitch made.
Bitch made. You guys remember that term, bitch made?
Oh, he's a bitch
I
man.
still use it.
Guy's
It's a good
metrosexual.
one. Yeah, yeah.
Probably eats fiber.
He's so stylish with his long hair. He looks like Keith Urban.
Guy
Keith Urban.
styles his hair. Keith Urban's a good example.
Couple of Keith Urbans over here.
So yeah, Shale's running into the library. Lacus and his gang chase him in there, and Shale goes in, tells the librarian to hide, duck and cover. He hides, and here we get a pretty sweet little library fight where Lacus and his guys all run in. They don't know where he is. Shale ambushes them with a book and takes one of them hostage.
I think he has some fun book puns too, where he's like, "Heads up."
Time for you to hit the books.
Yeah,
This movie could have used some punchier one-liners.
yeah, definitely.
You could grow a spine. Boom, boom, boom.
I was wondering
book
for
puns.
Did you read the fine print?
Like-
Bam.
for half a second, I thought this movie might have been written for Arnold Schwarzenegger, because there is a little jokey line he has later where he says to his girlfriend, like, "I'll be back," and then they both have a laugh. And I was wondering if
Oh, yeah.
maybe like somebody wrote this with Schwarzenegger in mind, and then
Oh, Schwarzenegger absolutely could have played this role.
there's a
This movie would have been a
some
much
elements
bigger
of that.
hit with him in it.
Yeah.
You could see like there's a little bit of Commando in here, a little bit of Predator with the squad stuff.
Oh, 1,000%.
So there's a good fight here in the stacks, and Shale is doing this fun little thing where he's like, am I over here? Am I over here? He hides his jacket on one bookshelf, and he's actually on top of another bookshelf, and one by one, he's knocking every member of this gang out of the window.
Yeah.
And with the gang is also a couple school security guards, too. It's not all just the gang. So, like, at this point,
damage.
it's totally mask off. We know that Ernie Hudson's a bad guy in this movie, which I appreciated that they did that turn nice and early.
Yeah.
So it can
At
be
the end
evil
of the
out in
first
the open.
act, basically.
Yeah.
And so Mark Anthony, Locus gets the drop on him and shoots Shale. He doesn't know he's wearing a bulletproof vest, though.
He anticipated this whole thing. He knew it was going to be a setup.
Yeah, and so Shale saves the librarian's life. She's about to get popped. Shale comes out of nowhere, throws that guy out the window, and it's a funny little thing where Locus is getting into his car and he's like, oh, another hard day at the office or whatever, and like another body falls. Ernie Hudson wants to call the cops and be like, oh, it's a terrible accident, and like people keep falling past his window.
It's slippery up there on the roof.
That is pretty funny. It's pretty crazy. He's throwing students out of the fucking windows on the second story, and nobody got hurt, apparently.
But you know what? To be fair, Joe Clark threatened to do that to a student in the last movie. He didn't actually follow through, but he did bring a student up to the roof and like hold him over the roof and be like, "You want to? If you keep doing crack, you might as well jump off this building."
The only way to clean up a school is to defenestrate the students.
Yeah, threatened to throw them off the roof.
I mean, if anyone had a fighting chance, it was Fat Cracky. He would have bounced.
That's true. Yeah.
He would have bounced. I knew what I was doing.
So now we get a little bit of a punchline here. Ernie Hudson, Rollet, is leaving the office, and he's surprised to see just a sweat-covered Shale looking over and be like, oh, right, we were supposed to have a meeting. Oh, Rollet's like, oh, it's late. We'll meet tomorrow. And he's like, who the fuck is this Shale guy? What's going on with him?
Didn't get murdered from my ambush.
Yeah. So now they're on to Shale, and Shale's going to strike back. So Daryl, he brings Jane flowers to make her feel better, and he says the sub she hired is amazing, and he asks where she found him. And she says, Shale found him. The guy met in Nicaragua. And she points to a picture of him, and Daryl's like, that's Shale?
Very obviously, Mr. Smith.
Very obvious, yeah.
So Joey listens into a call between Rollet and Juan, and Juan, he follows to a fruit stand, and that big Seminole guy who Tanya Harding, Jane, is there, and all of Shale's gang sit there and watch them.
I love how Joey Six here, everybody in Shale's gang, when they're following somebody, they're riding their fucking ass the entire time. They're like right behind them.
Oh, you'll fail a GTA mission if you follow that close.
But in real life, you gotta hide in plain sight.
Two cars back, one lane over.
Right in someone's nose. That's what I do. When I'm following them, right in their nose.
I don't know if you know how following works.
They never suspect it.
Well, from what I've seen on the internet, those women know that you're following them, Mitch.
Hey, chica! Hey, chica!
I saw a very unpleasant public service announcement about you.
God damn.
Hey, toots!
Okay.
I've seen those videos.
A bit later, Shale brings home Colombian food, and Jane, she's like, oh, thank you, and then she mushes the rice in his face. And he's like, Daryl told you. And then he spills the beans, tells her that the principal is in on the KOD gang, and she's not thrilled when Joey calls Shale out to the job.
And
he's like, well, can we bang? And she's like, I guess. And then Joey's like, hey, man, we need you in on this job, man. And he's like, I gotta go. And she's like, fuck's sakes.
yeah.
Another thing I appreciate about this movie is that he is upfront with her once he's caught. He's like,
Yeah.
he lays it all out for her, and she's like, oh, okay.
Once he's caught.
Once
Maybe
he's
he's not
caught, he's
super
nice and
upfront.
honest. I actually liked that too, that it wasn't that this big like
Yeah.
drama issue in the movie where she kind of just she like trusts him to be
No.
like a competent special forces guy. And,
No, 100%. I sound like I'm being hard on this movie. I'm really not, because that is one of the things as well that I like about this movie. There isn't a bunch of shit where it's like those kinds of plot devices where it's just if two people who are on the same side would just talk about what is going on and what they're doing. And it's frustrating that they're not just going to say, hey, I'm doing this. Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
I trust you to do that.
Like, this movie gets right to it on all that stuff, but it's still somehow a convoluted plot. But
Yeah, well, it's because there's, like you pointed out, there's 3 gangs. There's 3 or 4 gangs, including the good guy gang.
this goes all the way to
this
the
is
top.
5 gangs
an
if we're
entire
including the
GTA
extra mercenary
gang.
army. Because fucking whatever that mercenary, that
You got the
soldier of fortune
mercenary-
guy come back.
Yeah, the mercenary army, there's the Seminole gang, there's the KOD, there's, Rolé and the cops are all in his pocket. There's all these bad actors. It's crazy. It's a little bit too much.
A lot of criminal elements. Kind of reminds me of like a blaxploitation movie like Coffee or something where she would like go out and start fighting drug dealers, and then by the end of the movie it's like a senator's
you gotta
involved
take
or something like
governor
that.
down. Yeah.
There's always some honky at the top who's like a bureaucrat who's like a politician funneling the drugs into the system or something
Oh,
like
100%.
that. Yeah.
And that's a fact.
So this drug deal is going on, and Shale shows up, and Joey Six is there, and they're watching the drug deal, and the big Seminole guy and some other dudes are there. They get the drop on them. Shale disarms them, and as the boat's coming ashore, Shale's buddy pops him. Joey Six pops him. Shale shoots open the briefcase full of cash, and then Holland comes out of nowhere. That's Forsyth. And he disarms Shale, and I didn't quite get what was going on at this point because he's like, "Come on, linebacker boy." I'm like, "Did he turn on him? Is he?"
He wanted revenge.
Throughout the movie, it's unclear whether Holland is turning tail. The movie's playing with you a bit on that because he's like, last we saw of him, he's like, y'all are fucking wimps. You're fucking pussies.
And they had a little testicle play earlier.
Yeah.
Because William Forsythe was like, you ain't got no balls, man. And then Tom Bergeron grabbed his balls and was like, or are you the one who doesn't have balls?
Beringer.
Or something. Yeah. Tom fucking Bergeron.
Oh,
Yeah, so they did have a little conflict earlier.
Center for the block, bitch.
Whoopi, she always gets those questions right, Whoopi. So they did have a little testicle play. And so now this is his way of getting revenge.
some rough cock and ball torture.
Yeah, exactly. And now you fire your gun at the guy, and it's going to be all cool after.
Come on, linebacker boy. It's payback. Kick a field goal with his ass. None of that goddamn ninja horse shit, Shale.
Yeah. Doesn't want him to be able to use kicks, I guess.
Yeah,
He's
Forsyth is
crazy.
making
He's a
Shale.
wild card. He's fucking around. He wants Shale to get beat up a bit because, he's got a bit of a chip on his shoulder, I think, is what's going on here.
Yeah, but Shale kicks the shit out of this guy. He chops his throat. He does pretty much dispatches him pretty easily.
But then it's even Stevens between him and Forsythe. Forsythe gives him the gun, and they've reestablished their trust.
But Forsythe shoots the guy,
shoots
doesn't he?
Yeah, right
He
in the
does,
chest.
yeah.
Yeah, he pops this guy, and then they throw the drugs into the ocean, and they make off with all the fucking cream from the sale. And he's got a good line. He's like, Dade County, South fucking Florida. Woo! Woo!
I was a little mid temperature on the violence, the fighting in the library scene. I thought it was like fine, but I'm like, is this kind of like skewing more PG or whatever?
It is PG,
Yeah.
this movie. I don't know if it literally is, but there's hardly any blood.
No, but
Yeah, that's a
from
good
here
point.
For a movie that's very violent.
yeah, and has some disturbing stuff. But from here on out, there's more squibs and sparks and things like that. So that kind of got me into it a bit more.
Still not a lot of squibs, considering there's just like point blank chest and headshots throughout the movie.
It might be a less bloody movie than Lean On Me. That scene at the beginning of Lean On Me where the teacher gets his head bashed in and there's a bunch of blood might be bloodier than
that
this
chick
movie.
getting her top ripped off.
Yeah.
Like, that's more hard. I don't know. I feel like this movie was definitely going for a PG-13 hard.
Which is a mistake.
Yeah, it should have leaned into a hard R
Yeah.
and just
Now that
been
you
ultra
mention it.
violent. It would have made it a little better.
Once
it
the
would have
shit
made it a
hits
little
the
more
fan.
Verhoeven.
Yeah.
Which I bring up on every episode religiously.
At
We'll cover him one day.
Like there is a certain point in this movie, like you're not
satirizing
sure
him.
initially,
Yeah.
but they pick their lane eventually, and then you're like, oh, this is an exploitation movie, and it's
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, just blow people's heads off.
It's an
at that point.
exploitation movie. you are satirizing America and American life.
Yeah.
Just go for that R rating. Just do it. Make it bloody and fucking violent and have dicks and boobs flapping everywhere. Like, just do it.
So at the Rolay residence, there's a news broadcast, and this was so funny to me. The reporters saying, detectives have been combing the scene all morning. They're looking for clues. What they're trying to establish is, were the victims killed here, or were the victims killed in another location and their bodies dumped here? It's like the most non-specific, something happened at the docks and blah, 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 blah. And I need to explain to you what detectives do. They look for clues, don't you know?
They'll try to establish a time of death by looking at the congealed blood.
Rolay gets a phone call from the big drug dealer. It turns out that the big drug dealer that was killed last night, in fact, isn't the big drug dealer
There's
of
an
the
even
movie.
bigger drug dealer. It's like rushing nesting dolls of drug dealers.
Totally.
There's the one survivor from that attack.
He's saying Kaiser Soze did it. We don't know why.
It was Kevin Spacey.
mysterious.
One
I knew
survivor-
you'd bring me up on this podcast
I knew
again.
You just
I
really
am
frank.
irrefutable.
You need a bad guy.
I'm washing my hands.
I'll be your bad guy.
One hand washes the other, does it not, Mr. Rolay?
I talk in this Atlanta accent now, even though I'm a Yankee.
This is my real voice now.
So while Rolay's
It's been a
listening,
hard year for all of us, hasn't it?
I also have long COVID. The rumors are true. Does not everybody feel sorry for Kevin Spacey?
I am a gay man with long COVID.
What a victim. So the one survivor of that raid, he's on a fan boat in the Everglades, and while Rolay's listening on the phone on the other line, they threaten him, see what happens if I don't get my money back. And they push this guy into the fan boat, and it's and we get a nice transition to the orange juice maker that Rolay's using.
Yeah, it's like an
Clever.
electric juicer. That's fancy.
Oh, my grandma had one just like that. It made great orange juice. I loved it. But I did love the transition of his head going into the fan blade into the orange juice. It reminded me of the famous transition in Lawrence of Arabia. I'm sure it was a direct quotation from the filmmakers who were like,
Classy.
this is on the level of one
Yeah,
of the great
exactly. Yeah. They
films.
should filmed this in it. They need more vistas in this movie. Some more nice scenic vistas.
Oh, they don't make really good use of any scene or any location in
You're
this
shooting
movie. It's
in
all
Florida, and like you can make good shots there.
With
yeah,
some
not
gators.
one beach shot in the entire movie, and that's to the Tanya Harding sequence.
Oh no, Terrence Malick's made great movies in this space. I mean, Bad Lieutenant, Port of Call, New Orleans,
Oh,
Werner
yeah.
Herzog.
Yeah, so-
Wild Things. You guys see that movie? It's got like a bunch of interstitial stuff with like fucking gators grabbing birds and shit. That movie looks great.
I've only seen parts of that movie.
Isn't Wild Things
The part
with
where
two,
Denise Richards takes her
pretty
top
ladies? Yeah, oh yeah, I know that movie.
I've only seen certain parts of that movie over and over and over again.
Certain parts, like when Kevin Bacon's dick hangs out.
That must have been one of those ones. They always said that when you would rent like a VHS tape back in the day, if there was like a sex scene on it, it would always get worn out on the film because that's like the part that would get rewound and played back and again.
That's a movie that's really fun. If you like neo-noirs, sexy neo-noirs, that movie's really fun.
Rolay, Principal Rolay, is furious, and he confronts Juan the next day at school because he thinks that Juan was behind the ripoff job. He refuses this. So they're interrupted by a G-Funk beat on the intercom, and overall this movie has a pretty banging soundtrack, I think.
Yeah.
Not too shabby.
Yeah, they got like Mac 10 and all this good shit on there. West Coast rap.
What they don't have is 2 to 3 different versions of Lean on Me, though.
That's
That's missing from this.
I think that other movie had a pretty good rap soundtrack too, but
did mix it up. It had some Guns N' Roses.
that movie just looks down its nose at rap music.
Yeah.
yes.
Like, you don't want to listen to this kind of music. You won't have any kind of future.
It's noise. It's noise that should be silenced because it's not the school song. Don't you teach these kids the school song?
Oh, I love you, Greenville. Love you every
Like Morgan
day.
Freeman was ready to just stomp out and like hate crime those kids who were
Yeah.
actually just rapping and having fun in the lunchroom.
No fun allowed.
I think that's a really acceptable thing
He's-
for kids in the ghetto to do.
He's preparing them for life.
They're not going to want to see you hip hopping and rapping down the streets.
Rip rapping or hip hopping.
White man doesn't want to see your rap. No one wants that. No one's buying it.
That music's not going anywhere, son. So, all over the intercom, Mr. Smith, or Shale's voice, announces that the school came into a lot of new money and there's a lot of new tech and musical equipment and tubas and all this stuff. And, oh yeah, pizza for everybody. No anchovies.
No anchovies.
Ninja Turtles are like, fuck this.
Had to be clear. No, the Ninja Turtles hate anchovies too.
Oh, I thought they loved anchovies.
No, that was their whole thing. Was no anchovies, bro.
Oh,
Why would you
okay.
put anchovies on my pizza?
You ever had anchovies on a pizza?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they good? I love anchovies.
Good. They're salty.
There's Tony's Pizza by my place, and they have one of their specialty pizzas. It has no cheese on it. It's got like olives and anchovies and just sauce.
Just the briniest thing you could imagine.
It's so fucking salty and disgusting.
From the deeps of the ocean.
That's definitely gross. Yeah, or an acquired taste, I might say. But
And rest assured, there are no anchovies here, okay? Role comes in and says, "You don't teach history anymore, Smith. You are history." And Smith's like, "Okay, fine. Here, kid, take this tuba here." So Jerome, he's one of the troubled students from earlier. He's still bonding with Shale, and he says, You my S-Dog now. You're not Shale anymore. You're S-Dog.
that's right. And from here on, we call him
S-Dog.
S-Dog.
Yeah.
Homies?
That's a sign of respect.
Yo, with me?
Homies. Yeah.
That's an honorific.
Put it there.
S-Dog.
S-Dog for life.
Not Slate, not Smith.
No way. Not Schist.
S-Dog. Keep
So-
it nice and simple.
So Daryl, that other teacher, he confronts S-Dog. He's like, "Hey, Shale." And he's like, "How'd you know my name? I'm
quiet.
S-Dog."
It's S-Dog now.
He's like, "I want to help get the KOD." And he's like, What do you think? You're the Great White Hope? Is that what you think you are?" And Shale, S-Dog.
S-Dog.
tells Daryl that Role is in business with Johnny Glades and the KOD. And Daryl's like, "There's no way. Role's my hero. He couldn't possibly be that way." So that night, S-Dog and Jane, they pop some champagne. Now that he stole some murderous drug dealer's money and spent it on the school, she's not mad anymore. She was mad. And now that she's having some champagne with him, she's like, "Okay, cool.
Yeah, a little bubbly takes the edge off.
Yeah, and
Hell
you just
yeah.
put some money into the school right on."
He's wearing some fine-ass purple shorts here.
Yeah.
90s purple.
Yeah.
Royal purple. A real august color.
So he's comfy as hell, and she's looking fine, and she needs a little help scratching. She's got an itch that she can't quite scratch by herself.
I think she's sexy as hell.
Yeah.
And yeah, that he pounces on her. He agrees.
It's like an animal.
They're gonna get sexy.
They're going to make romance.
Yeah, they make some romance. They
Some
like
heavy
knock over a
French.
lamp as they're, getting ready to do the deed.
Juices dripping.
Okay.
They're like
Yeah,
they're like the lovers from SNL.
yeah. I don't know about the status of her genitals, but he's got pre-cum dripping through his purple shorts.
Yeah, you can see it clearly.
Oh, it's all dusty, not like Juan's.
This is pre-cum, Jimmy.
Wow. We couldn't afford pre-cum in the 50s.
Yeah.
You weren't hydrated enough.
They didn't have the right they didn't fortify their milk back then.
We had war rations.
So now it's a violent night. Nighttime, we see Shale. I don't know where he was going or where he was. It's just for some reason it's that night after he'd been boning Jane.
It's pretty much the only time you ever see him drive a car. He pulls up on the first day of school, and then presumably he's either on his way to school or from school, probably from school because it's late, but that's the only place he goes, I think.
Nighttime, I don't know what he's doing. Getting cigarettes. I don't know what he's doing. We don't see him smoke, so.
What's this guy doing driving a car? Come on.
I don't know. It's the middle of the fucking night, and he's in his Bronco, and we see him get into it. and then he gets tailed by these gangsters, and they shoot at him, and he crashes into a mobile home.
Whoops.
Yeah.
That's why you don't leave your house at night.
And these gangsters are total budget barrel, bottom of the barrel, budget gangsters.
Budget barrel.
What's wrong with
bottoms.
this budget barrel? It's got holes in
They're
it.
bottoms. They like to be topped.
They're rubber baby bubby bumpers.
No, we put them over a barrel because they like to be topped because they're
Yeah.
bottoms.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're
And-
bred and wed.
All I'm saying is they're bad at their jobs. This is what I'm trying to say. They run a guy off a road into a doesn't look like that bad of a car
They're
accident.
like, good enough.
Exactly.
Well, no, the fucking Bronco flips over.
It looks worse than it is.
Yeah.
But no, that mobile home that collapsed like a house of cards, like it definitely cushioned the fall.
Yes.
It's like landing on a bunch of
done.
cardboard boxes.
Hey, Role, it's done. And now after school, a student, that's Lisa.
She's another one of the students that's warmed to
Yeah, she's
shale
one
here.
of the two good ones, and yeah, says some boys are bugging her and asks if she could stay in Daryl's class for a bit. He's like, yeah, for sure, sit down. He's marking papers, working overtime for free, as teachers do. And Daryl and the girl go to leave the school a little bit later, and they see they're locked in. They go to the basement, and they see Role handling drugs with Vonn and the KOD. And then somebody hears them, and then a game of cat and mouse ensues.
Yada yada. Lisa hides in a storage closet and Daryl chases them away, but he gets caught real bad.
Yeah, he leads them to the gym.
It's so funny.
He's like, I'm gonna get away, and he's climbing the rope up to the roof. The climbing rope.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's,
the gym
it's
rope.
straight out of Bugs Bunny, right? It's like he's trying to climb with the rope, and Role and his gang may as well have just like cut the top of the rope and had him just like keep climbing as it falls down.
Dun, dun, dun. It
Yeah.
actually it does
Have
like
a little sign come out that says "Mommy."
Uh-oh.
As he
Yeah.
drops.
it gets a little weird here because it like does a very close shot of like with a knife poking into the other guy on the rope.
Well, yeah, Mark Anthony's he's a much faster climber.
And then it cuts back though from like a far out shot, and there's like Mark Anthony's just like clutching onto that rope for dear life. Like he was not making stabbing motions.
Well, Mark Anthony seemed to be a pretty good climber, though. All that salsa dancing,
They
and
got
it gives
up
him some nice rhythm in his hips that he's able to
He's
get up
live.
there.
Yeah, I don't know why they just didn't shoot him, but here we are.
Yeah.
Where they do shoot him in the ass. They literally bust a cap in his ass.
I can't salsa dance anymore.
It's weird because once they got him down on the floor, Role just like points a gun at his butt, and he's like, "Ugh," and that's how we see him die. Like this is what I mean about like the movie could have and should have been more openly violent.
Oh, 100%.
We should
I
have
do
like
like-
seen his fucking head explode and like blood splatter on the floor, like a Scorsese
Man.
movie. Like
Role does lay some stuff out here, though, where he's like, you know what? You remind me of me. I used to be like you when I was your age. And he's like, now I was a teacher who thought I was a do-gooder, and now I'm a corrupt drug baron. And he kind of lays his whole thing out on the line for this guy. But it's really weird, because he shoots this guy after saying that he reminds him of him, and he's like, it almost seems like I'm going to do for you what I wish someone would have done for me a long time ago.
Well, you
And,
see,
like,
it's actually very deep because Role is he had to kill that part of himself to become the drug baron that he is today.
he's like a caterpillar turning into the butterfly.
Exactly. But sadly, Daryl will not go into the chrysalis. There'll be no. He'll stay pupil.
Yeah, forever.
you guys are idiots. This is deep.
Went over my head.
The next day, there's a student playing taps on the steps, and Shale comes up and who died? Apparently you did, sir. He's all confused. Jerome, S-Dog comes up and says, who died?
This also felt weird to me because people are like playing taps and having funeral processions for Shale, but there is actually a teacher who died. So like,
I think it was maybe kind of for both of them.
Yes.
Oh, okay, a little shared duty. Yeah.
It is absurd that Role, in his announcement,
It's absurd that classes were on that day.
Yes.
Yeah.
two teachers died the night
One of
before.
them in the school.
Yeah.
I
need
guess
to
no.
learn.
They found Daryl's body elsewhere. I guess
Right.
Still.
You just got to put one foot in
Two
front of the
teachers
other.
were brutally murdered the night before.
Yeah,
I feel
and-
like school would be out that day.
Rolay doesn't skimp on the details because we were like, yeah, we heard over the announcement that you were shot and killed in a drive-by. Like,
His guts were spilling everywhere. His intestines were all over the street. It was quite a mess, students. I don't mind saying.
I don't know how Rolay knows more about this than the cops do, but okay.
but I trust the man.
He's a good man.
He's tapped in.
All right, so S-Dog is back on the case, and he wants to know where Rolay's going to be later that day. And he's got an appointment with a Mr. Wolfson at 3:30 at the High which is a...
Highlight.
Highlight. It's the fastest ball
Yeah.
sport in the world.
There was a plot on Mad Men where the advertising agency got like a contract for Highlight, and they started making ads for Highlight. Yeah, it's like those balls.
Where's that sport from? Brazil?
I think so. And either that or it's got a phony name that sounds.
I feel like
Brazilian or
it's never been popular in my lifetime.
Not here,
No.
anyways. This movie was trying to find like the next yuppie thing because I think squash was a little played out at this time. So it's like, well, what's something
at
this rich
Highlight.
asshole can do? Maybe Highlight?
One thing with Highlight is you can, with that like weird glove they have, is they can whip those balls like insanely fast and hard. So you could injure a man like that.
Oh, yeah.
In case you're
Could and should.
looking for an idea.
Call my boss, be like, I'm playing Highlight.
Yeah, he invites you out for squash, and you just bring the Highlight glove and just like take his head off. Not a chance, buddy. You can't beat me.
It's over before it begun.
He didn't even know what was happening.
I studied the Highlight glove.
And I'm off scot-free. His
Thought
head
you could beat me.
popped like a fucking watermelon at a Gallagher show.
Yeah. Just the ball just goes through his
One or
chest.
two.
Gallagher 2. Not, I can't compete with Gallagher 1. Come
No,
on.
no.
Both of them.
So Lisa comes to class, and Jerome was laying down the law.
He was put in charge by S-Dog.
S-Dog put him in charge. He's like, I got to go kill your principal and a bunch of your classmates. You're in charge,
You're all right, S-Dog.
fellow drug dealer.
Jerome's mad at Lisa for being late, and then Lisa's like, I gotta go talk to S-Dog. Where is he? Where is he?
Yeah.
So they go off somewhere. Anyways, back at over at the Highlight court, S-Dog shows up and he's confronting Wolfson. He's the original client.
Mm-hmm.
He was behind, he was involved the whole
pants
time.
shitter, right?
He's the pants shitter. He's the fiber boy.
He made.
Yeah, he loves fiber.
Yeah, that's because he's so gay.
Metrosexual.
It was the 90s and the aughts. We hadn't come up with that term yet.
No.
So S-Dog chases him down easily, tunes him up with a helmet. He smashes him. This guy, like, after one punch, at first, he's one of these guys who's like, I'm not telling you shit. And it's like one hit. Okay, I'll tell you everything.
I'll tell you
Here's my
everything.
social security number. Take it.
I love that this is happening in a locker room, and there's a couple guys weaving those Highlight gloves or rackets or whatever they are, and they're just there the entire time, like, oh, fucking white
Weaving
guys.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are these white boys doing? I
Look
don't
at
know.
these gringos.
Yeah, who cares?
Keep weaving. Keep your head down. Keep weaving. As these singing, Wolfson's like, oh, yes, you're so good and capable. And S-Dog's like, Flattery's going to get you killed. Which, I like that line. So we find out that they don't know how the drugs are shipped, but the whole school is a drug front. And
Yeah.
it kind of feels like this scene, as it's fun, but it could have been cut out because it feels like S-Dog was pretty much there anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't really make any sense.
The school is like, they keep drugs at the school.
They truck him in the buses.
And once again, we also get a scene here where S-Dog is gathering up all of his ninja throwing stars.
He's got...
He's like gearing up like Ash in Evil Dead. And those throwing stars are never paid off.
One day they'll come in handy.
He's got a bowl of them next to his front door like a normal person would have for their keys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's always, there's...
That's what
just-
he uses for keys and remote controls.
They're embedded in the walls all around the house.
Yeah.
There's like a fly.
That's how he
sees-
chops his vegetables.
Yeah. Practice
Throws
makes
a
perfect.
tomato in the air.
And he just never got good at it.
And he's not good enough
Still
at it.
can't chop a vegetable.
That'd be so funny if a person's quirk was that they had to cut everything with like throwing stars, and they're just terrible at
They
it.
suck.
They never put the time in to get good.
Is this even a real weapon people used? I don't know. God damn it.
Could have a
Pokey.
blowgun.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. What? A gun.
Yeah, harpoon.
Jerome and Lisa go to Jane's house, and they get it's a trap. It's a trap. Jane is being
should've
held
stayed in
hostage by
school.
Lucas. They should have stayed in
Should have
school.
listened to S-Dog.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's your
S-Dog?
dog.
Yeah, we're not talking about a stodgy Mr. Slade or Shale or anything else.
So then S-Dog buzzes her apartment, and they're like, who the fuck is Shale? And she's like, oh, it's somebody blah, blah, blah. And they let him up. And then at gunpoint, Juan peeks through the hole, like the peephole, and he just sees this giant wrapped Christmas present and like the tip top of Tom Beringer's head. And he's like, oh, it looks like you got a present. Maybe I'll let him in. He opens up the door.
This is totally normal.
And of course, it's fucking S-Dog, and he's got a fucking like sawed-off shotgun or something behind the box.
Merry Christmas.
Surprise, cockbag.
Yeah. Where's his pun?
Just blasts the guard in front of the door. Yeah, he goes, hola, as well. As he's
Ola
doing
means
it.
hello and goodbye.
But then
I exclusively use puns that need to be explained.
I want
it doesn't mean goodbye, but that made your joke funnier, Mitch. And then his plan's not as slick as it seems with the giant stupid ass Christmas present, because Juan cattle prods him. Yeah. And then he's down on the fucking floor in like 2 seconds, pissing his pants.
It's like you're trying to get into Dan's car over here.
Yeah,
Just getting tased.
it's not so fun getting cattle prodded. We know.
But S-Dog does not shit his pants because that guy's never even
No.
seen fiber.
Oh, he's never taken a shit.
Yeah.
Those assholes of real men, they're one way only. Or not even one way. There's 0 ways. Nothing
Yeah.
goes in, nothing comes out. That'd
Man.
be gay.
I've been going through my phone to just organize a bunch of pictures to print and getting rid of a bunch of old GIFs and whatever that I have on there. And there's one that I just can't part ways with, and it's a super close-up of an asshole farting at 100 frames per second.
Whoa. That's
And
amazing.
it's just like go like bep, 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 like opening and closing and just a tiny. It's the best thing ever.
Science. Yeah.
You're just always looking for a context to use it, and yet I've never seen it.
I don't know. Yeah, that is.
Put it in
good.
the show notes so our listeners can see.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Put it on the website.
Will do.
Yeah, that's like looking at like a cosmic phenomena, like solar flares or something. I feel like that strikes the
Yeah.
same kind of curiosity.
You have to put on glasses, special
Yeah.
glasses to look at it, and you shouldn't look directly at it.
I watch it in a box. That's how I do that one.
You've got like mirrors set up. It's great.
Okay, so Wolfson meets with Johnny Glades and Rollet, and they discuss what happened. And Johnny Glades is like, what, that guy made you shit yourself? And you've got Ernie Hudson there. He's like sucking on this popsicle, just enjoying the shit out of it. There's something about him as an actor. He always seems so comfortable in his own skin, and he's
Yeah.
always comfortable in any scene he's in. Like, you never see him in discomfort.
He does feel very naturalistic.
He's always sitting down or just like enjoying whatever movement he's doing, or like, you know, having a drink and like savoring
Yeah.
it.
Ernie Hudson is a warm bath. It just kind of
Yeah.
makes you at ease.
His
Yeah.
body is a wonderland.
But he's just going to town on this popsicle. In that hot Florida heat, I imagine it tasted pretty great. It probably had nothing. It wasn't in the script. I'm sure it was like, Ernie, can you drop that? No.
This is
Okay.
my character right now.
Well, you are very big, so okay.
Yeah. food stuff always does add to like an actor's performance, but I feel like it's tricky to do just because you don't want to end up eating 125 popsicles in a day or something, like trying to get the continuity right.
You don't want to be like James Gandolfini and eating like 5 pounds of salami every day for 6 years.
Gain 40 pounds throughout the course of 6 seasons of a show or whatever.
The best on-screen eater of all time.
Oh, he rage eats.
Yeah.
Just breathing heavily.
Yeah, like Mitchell.
I found myself doing that. Yeah. Boy, the other day I was eating pizza and shrimp and breathing heavily and sweating. It was amazing.
I wish I could have been there.
Yeah, me too. Sounds like a hell of a thing.
Microphone on.
I saw it
Excellent.
Sauteing the pizza and the shrimp
all
together.
together in one mix with some minced garlic.
Delicious.
And then I just put it in a blender and funneled it down my throat.
So all
Did you use
these
a hose too, or just the funnel?
Just the funnel. I don't need a hose.
So all these freaks, all these unnecessary bad guys, Wolfson, Johnny Glades, Rolay, they're like, hey, Juan, unnecessary bad guy, number 3, you guys got to kill S-Dog. And they're like, okay. Then the old lady next door to Jane's apartment, she goes to check in on it. And this gives Shale a chance to slice the guy who's got him pin's femoral artery. He pulls out a little knife.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking cuts him. We don't really see any blood, but you know what he's doing.
No, and Jerome gets the drop on Juan and blows him away.
Yeah.
There's another unnecessary bad guy. John Janus has re-entered the movie.
Yeah, and final battle time. It's nighttime. S-Dog tells Jane he's going to the school to get the drugs. He gives her his house keys in case he doesn't make it. Okay.
Okay, there.
Now, Louis
Nice move.
Beaver calls Johnny Glades' car phone, telling them,
Good names.
all these are good names, but it's 5 too many bad guys for this movie. I need, like, 2 named bad guys and a bunch of anonymous henchmen.
Yeah.
Should be a bad guy, his right-hand man.
And especially in a movie where your protagonist has 3 names, Smith, Slate, Stag, whatever, S-Dog.
S-Dog.
It gets a little confusing.
So the big showdown's going to happen down at the school. So Shale and his whole team are picking up their drug stash in the basement. Luis Guzman, he's on the lookout. He alerts them they got company.
Yeah, he's their Overwatch.
Yeah. Rolay and the gangsters show up, and they try to talk S-Dog out of it. They're like, now a bunch of mercs, that's all Janus's guys. They show up with their painted faces and shit.
Gotta have the painted faces.
They're coming around back, and then we just cut to William Forsythe.
He's just whooping and hollering down in the
He's
basement.
going and like doing a rain dance and going crazy.
Whooping.
It's like, can you even rely on this psycho?
I don't know, but he's
Yeah.
blowing the hatch. He's with the drugs, and so this kicks off what I think is a pretty fun action sequence. It's a good
set
shootout.
piece. Yeah, I like it all.
One set of mercenaries coming in. They go one with the high ground, then they go and try to get the higher ground, and there's people getting popped off. And I feel so bad for Richard Brooks, because he gets done dirty in this whole sequence. One by one,
Brother gets killed first.
yeah, S-Dog's crew gets taken out, but
It's a no-no.
Wellman, every time he comes in, he's like, his gun's getting shot out of his hands. Or he's like always kind of like getting fucked over by the bad guys. He has some pretty cool fight moves, and then he just gets off right away by
He's the
Janus. Janus gets the drop on him.
Least badass.
You gotta hold on to your gun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tuco there, Joey 6, he's got a bazooka. He's blowing motherfuckers up.
I loved that RPG.
Yeah.
I didn't expect to see that, and I gasped audibly when I was watching this movie. I'm like, hell
They
yeah.
are like the Robo War or the Predator gang, you know? They've got some pretty heavy ordnance that they can unload on these guys.
They don't fuck around. But yeah, they're getting picked off. Joey 6 gets shot. Guzman gets blown away. And then now it's just
Guzman has a moment on the rooftop where like he gets shot by this guy, and then the guy comes over. Of course, he pulls a pin on a grenade, and he's like, oh, he does that classic thing. And the guy's like, duh, maybe I should go to this guy that I just shot fatally and go give him a hug. And Guzman's like, boom.
yeah.
So every character in the crew gets a send-off here.
Yeah. Janus, that's Janus against S-Dog. Little does Janice know, S-Dog's been watching everything on his cameras, and he has the drop on him. He's actually hiding in the rafters or something like that.
Yeah, he's like up in the top corner of the room like the fucking Babadook.
Yeah, he's on another bookshelf.
I don't know how he got up there, but he's like, smile here on candid camera.
It's real. I'm pretty sure Leon, the professional, pulled this move off at one point.
Sure.
And the
Totally.
blackboard still has all the I'm sorry's all over it.
That was weird.
That didn't make sense because
It's poignant.
that was weeks before, and we've seen that blackboard.
We don't
get
do a lot
used.
of actual teaching in this class.
That's continuity. I don't know.
I'm still telling them about Vietnam.
Yeah. The thing about Charlie was when you look in his eyes, and his eyes are staring right back at you in the darkness.
S-Dog
They roll over white.
S-Dog pumps his guts full of lead, shatters the the chalkboard. So Forsyth, he's like the last standing in the crew. He's like, Shale, I got 4 dead cowboys here and 1 very fucked up looking Indian. Can I put him out of his misery, pretty please? And Shale's like, no, wait till I get there. And he might as well say, hey, you're not the main character of this movie. I am.
That's
I get to
right.
kill all the important people.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm the Maximus Decimus Iridium. Don't even think about moving the ballistas.
Hey, you wait there and die, okay?
Yeah.
And then Rolay comes and pops Holland from behind. Because, of course,
Yeah.
the whole team has to die. Goodbye, William Forsythe.
So
Fucking brutal.
close.
Oh, we hardly knew ye.
You know, Holland was he was an Icarus though. This was the trajectory he was on. He was a wild man, he liked guns. He was gonna die like this one day.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So S-Dog gets the drop on them eventually. He kind of sneaks down. He turns the lights out and gets the drop on them. Blah, blah, blah. He takes out Rolay's guys, and now it's just a mono-y-mono. And I do like, you don't always see it in a movie when the bad guy, like the big baddie, is a good match for the hero, because sometimes they'll have the big strong thug, like the second in command is like the really tough fight, and then like the final guy is the crafty one. This one, Rolay is like crafty enough, but also he's like a physical match for Slate here
Easily.
for S-Dog.
Yeah.
But they're fighting, and S-Dog gets him.
Yeah.
S-Dog.
Holland actually shoots Johnny. Johnny gets up and Holland shoots him.
Yeah. Holland
nice.
gets
He
one
gets
last shot off.
One last fucking murder, and he's like, yeah, I love killing.
Everyone I killed, their souls will serve me when I go to the afterlife.
So that's the whole thing. He's like, yeah, like you said earlier, he's like, who do you work for? You're a mercenary. And
Well,
S-Dog's like, it's not about the money. What else is there? I'd try to explain it to you, Claude, but there's some things that just can't be taught.
yeah.
And he
can't
does
learn
an
it.
open palm upward punch, driving Rolay's nose into his brain,
Yeah.
killing him instantly, which was like a big thing in the 90s.
Yeah.
Out on the playground, we'd always be like, if you punch someone that way, you'll kill him instantly.
Yeah, you better watch out. Like,
Stab your brain
don't do
with
that
your
unless
nose
you're
bone.
serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you kill someone on the
It's a
playground.
sweet move. It's like the Dim Mac death touch.
Totally.
I've killed a dozen men.
Oh, man.
Fitty man.
Fitty man.
I killed Fitty Man. Yeah.
So S-Dog's only surviving partner is Joey Six, Tuco from Breaking Bad. And he's like, too bad we had to fuck up their school. Where the hell are we going to go now? And he's like, oh, I don't know. I heard LA's nice. And they just like walk off into the beautiful Miami sunrise as the camera slowly pans out.
They're going to get some money robbing gang members.
Hell yeah.
They can do that.
That's a movie.
So that's 1996's The Substitute. We're wrapping up our little pairing here on how do I reach these kids.
Oh, it's the start of the school year.
Yeah, that's why we're doing this. It's seasonal. It's a seasonal thing. So I guess we're gonna go around here. Which teaching method do you guys all like the most? Who wants to go first today? Who do I have a volunteer in class today?
I got something to say about kids.
Great! I can't wait to edit this out of the podcast.
Their brains ain't developed till they turn 21 and turn into adult. You can't be treating kids like adults. They have little undeveloped brains. you need to take the Joe Clark method and give them the proper punishments, the proper disciplines until you can mold their brains into adult brains. And that's why my vote is for The Substitute. Because there wasn't nearly enough killing in Lean on Me. I didn't feel like... I felt like if Morgan Freeman had killed one or two students, then I would have given my vote to Lean on Me, but he didn't. So
He sure tried.
he did try, but he didn't.
He tried.
He needed to give it that final
Can't take
twist.
that away from him.
Don't worry. I think a lot of the students that he expelled outright based on just word of mouth and hearsay,
yeah.
a lot of them wound up dead.
That was the
Yeah.
long, slow goodbye. Yeah, they ended up on the streets. They probably took out some other people while they were out there.
All right, so we have one in favor of Joe Clark's teaching methods, but prefers the other movie, The Substitute.
Because it shows the deaths.
What about you, Luke?
On this particular pedagogical episode of High and Low Movie Show, as we focus on teachers and how much we appreciate them and all the great work that they do throughout our country. Now I'm babbling. I would have to say that Lean on Me is one of the most evil films we've covered on this podcast. In my honest, unbiased, and fresh opinion, I truly hate that fucking movie. It is a viscerally unpleasant experience.
It's the most insidious movie we've done since Reagan.
Yeah, I would say perhaps even more. Reagan at least had positivity in its message.
Yeah.
Even if it was woefully misguided on every single fucking level. But
Lean on Me
the
tries
substitute.
to gaslight you.
Yeah.
It really does.
Reagan tries to gaslight you too, but it's so inept at it that it's just laughable.
Yeah. It's a comedy.
Yeah. Anyway, The Substitute obviously is my pick, and he's a better teacher. Funny enough. It's not a great movie, but I would say it's pretty fun. It's a good way to spend a couple hours. It's 20 minutes too long. It's a little bit overcomplicated plot-wise. But, you know, the cast is pretty good. The soundtrack kicks ass. Whatever. It's fun. Substitute. Check it out.
All right, 2 for The Substitute. Okay, it's down to me.
One for the
Test.
show.
It's real tricky. Yeah, Lean on Me was so much worse than I remembered it being, than I thought it was going to be. I watched this in school, and I kind of can't believe they showed it to us in school. And I remember it being at least kind of entertaining or uplifting, and this time around it was just really difficult. Like, what a reprehensible character that they're really lionizing that movie. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
The Substitute, fun as hell. There are better movies in this genre, but yeah, like Luke said, throw it on for a couple hours. It is too long, but you're going to have a good time watching it.
Yeah.
It's got a great cast of characters. I think the acting pretty much all throughout, top to bottom, is awesome.
A+. Yeah.
Yeah. And that goes a long way. So, yeah, there you have it. I think that's 3. We're all agreeing that The Substitute. We don't want this regular teacher. We want The Substitute to come in and teach class.
You know
here.
what?
Sub in.
This is a teacher who's been to the school of hard knocks, not teaching school, and this is the teacher you want to teach you, life's little lessons.
Well, all right. Well, thank you for listening to the High and Low Movie Show.
A little life lesson for you.
If this has been something you enjoy, why don't you rate, review, subscribe us? We're on all the social medias. But also, we would love it if you would tell a friend, tell one of your classmates about this podcast.
Yeah. Tell everyone you know.
You have a classmate, don't you?
You have a megaphone, don't you?
Yeah, we're doing the megaphone thing again.
Scream into the megaphone. Again.
Do you know that one creep in your school who just puts cameras up everywhere and is always just watching all the feeds on his briefcase during
Up
class?
the skirts.
Yes.
I told you not to tell people about that I did that.
God damn
There goes Mitchell telling on himself again.
God.
Tell Mitchell about this podcast.
Do you have a multicultural group of mercenary friends that you don't go anywhere without and you kind of low-key live with them? Don't worry, it's not gay. You don't eat fiber. You don't poop. Tell them about the podcast because this is their speed.
It is a very Miami Connection type friendship here where they probably have a band on the side or at least do karaoke together.
I should hope so.
Forever.
Do you have a friend who's just really obsessed with fiber? So much so that they are just constantly fouling in their pants everywhere they go.
That's a friend. Maybe you don't want that to be your friend. Maybe, it's the 90s. We're not quite ready for that yet.
Maybe introduce them to this podcast and they'll leave you alone for a good long time.
If you're looking for 3 color commentators for your high ally tournament, look no further.
Don't know the rules, but man, those balls fly.
Everybody's got that friend who's just got a bowl full of shuriken next to their bedstand, next to their door.
Yeah.
You know what? They would probably love this podcast.
You got to leave a shuriken to come in and take a shuriken to leave.
It's a real take a shuriken, leave a shuriken policy.
Yeah, shuriken in, shuriken out.
Well, all right. That'll do it for this episode. Say, does anybody feel like there's a bit of a spooky atmosphere going on? Luke, where are we going next time?
Well, next episode's dropping a little bit close to October, which means we're getting to our spooky month. So I'm thinking we'll take a little trip back in time to a classic Universal monster movie, one of my favorites, Frankenstein. And then we'll compare it to Frank Henenlotter's cult classic, Frankenhooker.
Ooh.
Well, that's so many Franks.
Simple.
Frankenstein, Frank Henenlotter, Frankenhooker. The Franks keep piling up.
Well, don't forget about me.
Yeah. Let me be Frank.
Let me be Frankenhooker.
Let me be Frankenstein.
Well, all right. Until next time, when we're going to kick off our spooky season with our, what do we decide to call it? With our House of Horrors, our first episode of our House of Horrors 2025.
Couldn't remember.
Spooky House of Horrors.
This has been the High and Low Movie Show. I'm Vonn.
I'm Mitchell Spook Kaiser.
We're not in spook month yet.
Okay, soon. Next week I will be.
I'm Luke.
Smell you later.
Bye.